Nithyanandam. We welcome all the viewers and participants of today's Paramashivoham program to the first session, which is the session of yoga, Kailasa's Nithyananda Yoga, where we'll be performing the 308 asana sequence, which is the Dvitiya Vinyasa Krama. As revealed by Swamiji, we'll be performing this most authentic sequence and yoga practice. Now, before we begin this beautiful session, as yoga is a ritual, we will need to set a few things up before we begin the ritual of yoga. First is the Panchapatram and Uddarni, a cup of water and a spoon to perform the ritualistic cleansing. Next, we request all the devotees and participants watching us to apply the Vibhuti, the sacred ash, in the 16 places. As Vibhuti, this sacred ash, is one of the Aushadas, one of the alchemy products that we'll be using in this yoga. And then we request all the male bodies to remove your upper cloth so that you can perform this yoga. As per the Agamas, all male bodies are supposed to remove their upper cloth while performing any ritual. So we request all the male bodies to remove your upper cloth while performing this Dvitiya Vinyasa Krama. Now let's take a few minutes to set all these things up. To chant the Sadguru Vandanam as we sit straight with our head, neck and spine in a straight line. Close your eyes and take a deep inhalation as you visualize Swamiji in your inner space, and let us now chant the Sadguru Vandanam. Nithyanandam Paramasukadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gagana Sadisham Tattvamasya Dilakshyan Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadi Sakshi Bhutam Bhavatitam Triguna Rahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami. Now we'll be chanting the Shiva Mula mantra, which is Om Ham Hum Shivaya Namaha 11 times. As we chant it here, you can chant this Mula mantra internally 11 times along with us.
Om Ham Hum Shivaya Namaha. 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 The next is the Tatvachamanam, the ritualistic cleansing. Now, keeping your right hand in the Gokarna Mudra as demonstrated by the Acharyas. Take another knee of water into the right palm. Sip the water thrice as we chant the following mantras. Om Atmatattvam Shodhayami Svadha. Om Vidyatattvam Shodhayami Svadha. Om Shivatattvam Shodhayami Svadha. Wash your hand with another knee of water. With the base of your right thumb, wipe your lips twice as we chant the following mantra. Om Ham Hridayaya Namaha. Again wash your hand. With the tips of your right hand, index, middle and ring fingers join together. Touch above your upper lip and below your lower lip. Again wash your hand. With the tips of your right hand, index finger and thumb join together. Touch your right nostril, your left nostril. With the tips of your right hand, ring finger and thumb join together. Touch your right eye, your left eye, your right ear and your left. Then the heart center. Next, we will be performing the Sankalpa, creating विशिष्टायाम् अस्यां शुभदितौ पूर्ण आरोग्ययुक्त दृढगात्र यौगिक शरीर सिद्ध्यर्थं परमशिवशक्ति आविष्करणार्थं नित्यानंद योगाभ्यासं करिष्ये. Please wash your hand with the Nithyananda of water. Om apaupasprisya.
As now we have beautifully completed the ritualistic process of the yoga, let us now have a quick recap of the 12 components and what are the 12 components sequence. First is the asana. The asana is the various body positions that we are going to be performing, which will make us perform the 1200 long breaths, which has been told by the Supreme Point of Hinduism, by Swamiji, that when we take this 1200 long breaths, our body will come to perfect health and we will be manifesting the full prana in our body. The next is the pranayama. The pranayama is the various breathing techniques that allow only the excess and unwanted energies to leave our body and hold the prana, which we will be getting when we perform the various yoga asanas. We will be performing various different pranayamas, and the pranayamas will be shown in the top left corner of your screen, as with the asana, with the acharyas in the center, you will be able to see. And every time we have a new pranayama, I will be sharing with you what the pranayama is, so that you can perform that pranayama for the next few asanas. Next is the mudras, the various finger locks and body locks which we will be performing. The mudras make sure that the prana goes into each of the nadis, the minute and the small energy centers which are there all over our body, which energizes every single part from our fingertips to our toes. The next is the bandhas. The bandhas also lock the prana inside so that it can spread through our whole body. There are mainly 4 different bandhas that we'll be performing. First, which is the root lock, the Mula Bandha, which will be shown by a red circle. Next is the Udyana Bandha, the stomach lock, which will be shown in a yellow circle. And then is the Jalandhara Bandha, which is the throat lock, which will be shown in a blue circle. And then the Mahamudra Bandha, which is performing all the 3 bandhas together in the purple circle, as you can see in this first asana. The next component is the Karanas. The Karanas are various dance postures that have been given to us by Paramashiva to allow the prana to spread throughout our body and align our body to the state of Paramashiva, to embody Paramashiva. The next is the visualizations. The visualizations are one of the most important component, as when we visualize these various gods, deities, masters, animals and other yantras which are going to be shown in with the whole asana sequence, we will be embodying that space, and that energy will be manifesting through us, which will completely heal the various ailments in our body. The next is the japa, the internal japas, which have been given by the Supreme Point of Hinduism, the various mahavakyas which have been given by the Supreme Point of Hinduism. We will be chanting these mahavakyas to continuously stay in the high space of Turiya, which is being in that awakened state. The next is the chanting of the various Shastra and Apta Pramanas, which are the scriptural references for these asanas, authenticate each asana as we perform them. Next is the weightlifting. The weightlifting is one of the components that have been revealed by the ancient masters thousands of years ago, before the invention of various bodybuilding or other weight training exercise that we perform today. These weights that we'll be incorporating in this yoga sequence will intensify the asana. The next is the mandalas, the various, for this Dvitiya Vinyasa Krama, we will be having the Shri Yantra as the mandala. The Shri Yantra is the most perfect representation of the cosmic geometry, and when we just gaze at the Shri Yantra which is behind the acharyas, the various energies in that yantra will start awakening the various non-mechanical parts in our brain. The next is the abharana. The abharana, which is the sacred jewelry we will be using in this sequence, is the Rudraksha jewelry, one of the most powerful batteries which hold this cosmic energy and give it to us whenever we are in need of it. The Rudraksha jewelry is like a battery storehouse which holds the energy that oozes out of our body when we perform this sequence of Dvitiya Vinyasa Krama. The next is the Aushadha. The Aushadha is the sacred alchemy products that we'll be using as part of this Dvitiya Vinyasa Krama. As part of this Dvitiya Vinyasa Krama, we'll be using mainly 3 alchemy products. First of which is the sacred ash, the Bhasma. Then is the Kumkum, which is the vermilion paste. And then is the turmeric, which we'll be placing on our temples. These alchemy products also allow more prana to flow in our body and spread all over the body. Now that we have seen these various components and had a quick recap, let us now enter into the sequence itself, with the first asana being Sukhasana. Now sit with your head, neck and spine in a straight line. Place your legs in a cross-leg position and visualize Lord Paramashiva in your inner space. Place your hands in Bindu Mudra, which is touching the tips of your index and thumbs, and keeping the other 3 fingers straight. Place your hands on your knees as you perform Samana Kumbhaka, which is inhaling and holding the breath in your stomach as you visualize the intensifying of your digestive fire, which is the Jataragni, and then exhaling. We'll be performing the Mahamudra Bandha, which is the 3 locks together, and we'll be holding the first japa, which is Soham, in our inner space as we perform Sukhasana.
तत्सुखासनमित्युक्तमशक्तस्तत्समाचरेत् आसनं विजितं येन जितं तेन जगत्त्रयम्.
The next asana is Parvatasana. Now place your legs in Sukhasana and bring your hands to your heart center as you raise them above your head in Anjali Mudra. Visualize yourself as Mount Kailash.
वक्षे महादेव पर्वतासनमङ्गलं यत्कृत्वा स्थिररूपी स्यात् षट्चक्रादिविलोपनम्.
I bless you all. Let you all open all your 3 eyes and manifest powers of Mahasura. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Next asana is Halipavasana. Now bring your soles and feet together in front of you and lower your forehead and place it behind your heels on the ground. Lock your hands behind your back in Paramashivoham. Paramashivoham. Shambhavi Mudra and visualize Swamiji in your inner space. The next asana is Nagipavasana. Stay in the same seated position. Now place your hands forward next to your feet in a cup and cup your palms. And visualize yourself as a snake as you gaze at your nose in Shambhavi Mudra.
पूरव विधिपर्यागानेनी चौहु विकहूनि फनास्यो लगायी.
Next asana is Kokilasana. Now hold the big toes with your index and middle fingers in Prana Mudra and stretch your legs up and straight as you cross them into Padmasana. Lean forward and gaze down on the ground as you perform the Mahamudra Bandha and visualize yourself as a bird.
अन्यदासनं वक्षे येन सिद्धो भवे नरः अकस्मात् वायुसञ्चारं कोकिलाख्यासनेन च.
The next asana is Nithyananda. Now stack your ankles and knees and hold the opposite elbows and start circling your hands. Perform circle in one direction and repeat on the other side as you gaze at your nose and visualize Swamiji in your inner space.
घोड़ा बामा पादगी आशमाहिली सोज दशचरण गोपारलोता परिकुल्भ समोज.
The next asana is Gajasana. Now place your hands forward on the ground and raise your hips up and high. Lower the head down again and again, scooping the body forward as you visualize yourself as an elephant. Perform the Uddiyana Bandha and Mula Bandha.
जिब्जं पादाग्रे भूमौ कृत्वा लम्बी भूया मस्तकाग्रे निधाय नितम्बमूर्धमुन्नमय्य नाभिलक्ष्यं भूमौ नासिकामानीय.
The next asana is Rikshasana. Stay in the same position. Now start alternating, pressing the heels of one foot onto the ground while lifting the other heel up. Repeat this again and again as you visualize yourself as a bear and continue to perform Mula and Uddiyana Bandha.
एकैकं पादमाकुञ्च गजासनं कुर्यात् रक्षासनं भवति.
Next asana is Vaishyasana. Now stand up tall on the tips of your big toes and try lifting the other toes off the ground. Keep your head, neck and spine in a straight line as you bring your hands to the heart center, touching the heart with the index, middle and ring fingers in Hridaya Mudra. Visualize yourself as Swamiji as you continue to perform Mula and Uddiyana Bandha.
केशेन पातयुगलं बद्ध्वा तिष्ठेत् तथोमुखः अथ वैश्यावक्षे यत्कृत्वा सत्यवान् भवेत्.
Next, we'll be performing the first karna, which is the Urdhva Janu Karna. Now come to a half squatting position with your knees bent, heels touching and toes pointed outwards. Place your hands in front of the heart and start circling your legs and hands simultaneously as you raise the knee to the heart and to your heart and bring it back down. Repeat this on both the sides. The next asana is Balalingasana. Now stand tall and raise one knee to the chest as you lock your hands in Sarvava Shankari Mudra, which is interlacing your fingers from the outside in. Pull your knee to the chest and visualize yourself carrying a baby, holding a baby as you perform Mahamudra Bandha.
एकं जानु उरसि आलिङ्ग्य स्थातव्यं बाललिङ्गनं भवति.
The next asana is Padpidnasana. Now take the same foot and pull it behind towards the buttocks as you hold your leg with both the hands. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space.
स्थित्वैकस्मिन् पादतले कराभ्यां वेष्टयेत् तनुम्.
The next asana is Natarajasana. Now with the respective hand, hold on to the sole of one foot from the inside and extend that foot behind. With the other hand, straighten it forward and place your hand in Bindu Mudra, which is touching the index and thumb together. And now lean forward as you gaze Lord Nataraja in your inner space.
पादं क्रौञ्चं च मरीचिं वीरभद्रकं नटराजं त्रिकोणं च सुप्ताङ्गुष्ठप्रसारणे.
The next asana is Balalingasana on the other side. Now raise the other knee towards the chest and lock your hands in Sarvava Shankari Mudra as you visualize yourself carrying a baby.
एकं जानुवरसि आलिङ्ग्य स्थातव्यं बाललिङ्गनं भवति.
The next asana is Padapidnasana. Now pull that same leg towards the buttocks with both your hands in Parashamudra as you visualize Swamiji in your inner space.
त्वैकस्मिन् पादतले कराभ्यां वेष्टयेत् तनुं पृष्ठे संस्थापयेत् तेन पादपीडनमासनम्.
Now pull the raised leg behind with the respective hand, holding your foot from the inside and straighten the other hand straight in Bindu Mudra as you lean forward and visualize yourself as Lord Nataraja.
पादं क्रौञ्चं च मरीचिं वीरभद्रकं नटराजं त्रिकोणं च सुप्ताङ्गुष्ठप्रसारणे.
The next is the Ardha Hechita Karna. Now stand in the half squatting position with your heels together and toes pointing outwards and bring the right foot behind the left foot with the toes touching the ground and the heels raised up. Now keep the left hand at the chest level and extend the opposite arm out wide like a pendulum and bring it back and forth towards the chest. While swinging the arm, move the fingers one by one inward towards the palm and then outward, and place the right hand over the nose and uncross the ankles and repeat on the other side. The next is the skeleton dance, a very intense meditation technique which has been revealed by Swamiji itself. Now visualize yourself as a skeleton completely just made of bones. Forget all the patterns and the external body that you have and intensely start shaking your body without any pattern or sequence as you visualize all the tiredness, patterns and laziness leaving your system. Intensely visualize yourself as a skeleton structure shaking without any pattern. Next is the Katichina Karna. Now from Arimandi with the heels together and toes pointing outward in this half squatting position, bring the hands above the head with the arms crossed and the palms facing backward. Now move the hips to one side and simultaneously uncross the arms wide above the head. Come back to the beginning position and repeat on the other side. Next asana is Tadasana. Now stand tall on tip of all your toes and raise the hands above the head straight with the elbows by the ears. Engage all the three bandhas and visualize yourself as a palm tree as you visualize and hold the new japa Shivoham in your inner space.
महामुद्राबद्धकोनो ताडासन विभेदकान् विनोत्तानं सदा कुर्यात् अन्तर्वत्नीपतिप्रिया.
The next asana is Uttanasana. Now from the standing position, lean forward and bring the palms to the ground by the side of your feet. Push your forehead forward and try touching your forehead to the knees as you keep your knees straight. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space as you perform Uttanasana.
महामुद्राबद्धकोनो ताडासन विभेदकान्विनो तानं सदा कुर्यादन्तर्वत्नीपतिप्रिया.
The next asana is Tarakshvasana. Now keep your hands flat on the ground, shoulder width apart in a plank position, and tuck your chin to the chest and perform Jalandhara Bandha as shown in this blue circle. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space and continue to perform Samana Kumbhaka, which is inhaling, holding the breath, and exhaling, visualizing the fire in your stomach.
गजासनवस्थित्वा मस्तकं वारं वारं दक्षिणकुक्षिं सव्यकुक्षिं नजेत् तरक्श्वासनं भवति.
Next asana is Bhujangasana. Now lay over the entire body onto the stomach and keep the hands in front of the chest and raise your body with the strength of your lower back as you open your mouth wide and inhale through the hollow of your throat as you visualize yourself as a cobra.
अंगुष्ठानाभिपर्यन्तम् अधो भूमौ विनिन्यसेत् कराभ्यां च धरां धृत्वा ऊर्ध्वशीर्षफणीवहि.
The next asana is Shashasana. Now come to a plank position and alternate bringing one knee to the chest back and forth. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space as you perform the new Kumbhaka for the next asanas, which is inhaling, holding the breath comfortably and exhaling.
गजासनसंस्थितो जानुद्वयमाकुञ्च वारं वारं कर्तव्यं शशासनं भवति.
Next asana is Rathasana. Now from the tall plank position, start alternating, bringing one leg in front of the hands again and again as you visualize yourself as a chariot.
गजासनसंस्थितो एकैकं पादं पुरोमार्गेण भ्रामयित्वा कर्तव्यं रथासनं भवति.
The next asana is Veerabhadrasana. Now place one foot flat on the ground with the toes pointing forward and the knee bent at a 90-degree angle, and extend the other leg back, keeping the knees straight and the toes pointed outwards. Raise both the arms parallelly above the head and visualize yourself as Lord Veerabhadra as you gaze at your third eye in Shambhavi Mudra and perform Udyana Bandha.
वासिष्ठमथकौण्डिन्यम् ऊर्ध्वकुक्कुटमेव च अष्टावक्रमथोत्थानं मयूरं सेतुबन्धनम्.
Next asana is Veerabhadrasana on the other side. Now change the position of your feet as you continue to visualize yourself as Lord Veerabhadra.
वासिष्ठमथकौण्डिन्यम् ऊर्ध्वकुक्कुटमेव च अष्टावक्रमथोत्थानं मयूरं सेतुबन्धनम्.
Next asana is Vrikshasana. Now stand tall and bring one leg to the base of the inner thigh and keep your hands together in Namaskara Mudra and raise them above the head as you perform Udyana Bandha.
वामोरुमूलदेशे च जाम्यं पादं निधायतु तिष्ठेत् वृक्षवद्भूमौ वृक्षासनमिदं विदुः.
Now from this standing position, bring the raised leg to the opposite thigh as you continue to keep your legs straight like a rod. Visualize yourself as Lord Garuda in Garudasana.
गरुडासनमावक्षे येन ध्यानं स्थिरं भवेत् सर्वदोषाद् विनिर्मुक्तो भवतीह महाबली.
The next asana is Vrikshasana on the other side. Now take the opposite leg and place it at the base of the inner thigh as you raise your hands above your head and visualize yourself as a tree.
वामोरुमूलदेशे च याम्यं पादं निधायतु.
The next asana is Garudasana. Now place the raised leg on the opposite thigh as you visualize yourself as Lord Garuda.
गरुडासनमावक्षे येन ध्यानं स्थिरं भवेत् सर्वदोषाद् विनिर्मुक्तो भवतीह महाबली.
Next asana is Trikonasana. Now stand on the top of your mat and step one leg far back and keep the toes pointed forward and the back toes pointed sideways. Keep the arms straight parallel to the ground and bring one arm forward and down towards the ground beside the foot while keeping the other arm raised towards the sky. Gaze at this hand which is towards the sky and visualize yourself as a triangle.
पादं क्रौञ्चं च मरीचिं वीरभद्रकं नटराजं त्रिकोणं च सुप्ताङ्गुष्ठप्रसारणे.
Next asana is Trikonasana. Now change the direction of the feet and visualize yourself as a triangle in Trikonasana.
पादं क्रौञ्चं च मरीचिं वीरभद्रकं नटराजं त्रिकोणं च सुप्ताङ्गुष्ठप्रसारणे.
The next asana is Nikuta. Now stand in a half squatting position with your heels touching and toes pointed outward. Bring both the palms parallelly in front of your heart and raise one heel as you start alternating to turning your palms and stamping the other heel up and down. The next asana is Angushtasana. Now stand tall and lower your body onto the tips of the toes, placing the buttocks on the heels. Keep your palms and knees together as you visualize Swamiji in your inner space and start performing the new Kumbhaka for the next asanas, which is Brahmari Kumbhaka, which is inhaling and exhaling, making a bee-like sound. Hold the new Japa Sadashivoham in your inner space.
कबन्धासनमित्याहुः गोरक्षासनमेव च अङ्गुष्ठमुष्टिकं ज्ञेयं ब्रह्मप्रासादितं तथा.
Next asana is Saurasana. Now from Angushtasana, stretch one foot forward and place your palms by the side of you and keep the palms facing forward. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space.
प्रसार्यैकं पादतलं संस्थाप्य त्वेकपादकम्.
The next asana is Vidunanasana. Now from this seated position, extend the respective hand forward and hold the big toe of the stretched leg with the index and middle finger in prana mudra, and hold the other leg with the respective hand holding the heel as you visualize Swamiji in your inner space.
ऊर्ध्वस्थितो पादमेकं प्रसार्य तत्पादाग्रं संस्पृश्य तत्करेण.
Next asana is Saurasana on the other side. Now extend the other foot forward and place your hands by the side of you, keeping the palms facing forward. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space.
प्रसार्यैकं पादतलं संस्थाप्य त्वेकपादकम्.
Next asana is Vidunanasana on the other side. Now hold the leg with stretched leg with the respective hand, and the other leg with the other hand as you visualize Swamiji in your inner space.
ऊर्ध्वस्थितो पादमेकं प्रसार्य तत्पादाग्रं संस्पृश्य तत्करेण.
The next asana is Brahmajalankushasana. Now bring both your legs back to the squatted position and place the back of your palms on the knee as you make a gap between the knees. Gaze at the ground in front of you as you perform Jalandhara Bandha, the throat lock, and visualize Swamiji in your inner space.
दो फड़ा पानी होए वैसे एड़ी दो गुदानी वैसे कोरपक दलिया की माहिली आइस माहेरा शेमिली.
Next asana is Kapilasana. Now place the knees on the ground wide apart with the toes tucked behind. Rest the hands on top of the respective thighs as you perform Uddiyana Bandha and gaze at the tip of your nose in Shambhavi Mudra and visualize Lord Kapila in your inner space.
उभय पग दली समटारावे तिनकी माहिली कोर मिलावे.
Next asana is Bhandra Gorakshasana. Now just shift the gaze to the third eye and visualize Swamiji in your inner space.
दो पग दली संप्रकारे कोरवारली भूपरि धरे.
Next asana is Suryasana. Now from this seated position, just lift the knees off the ground and sit on the heels as you bring your thumbs and little fingers together and open your palms up like a lotus and raise them above your head as you gaze through the gap of your palms. Visualize yourself as Lord Surya and perform Uddiyana Bandha.
एड़ी दो बुगदातरियाने फना पानी बैठक को निठाने.
Next asana is Mandukasana. Now sit flat on the toes with your perineum on the heels and keep the hands on top of the respective knees and lift the tongue up against the roof of the mouth, performing Manduki Mudra. Gaze at your third eye as you start to perform the new Kumbhaka, which is Saja Kumbhaka.
पादतलो पृष्ठदेशे अंगुष्ठे द्वे च संस्पृश्य जानुजुग्मं पुरस्कृत्य साधयेन् मण्डुकासनम्.
Next asana is Uttana Mandukasana. Now sit with the toes flat in the same Mandukasana position and raise your hands above your head and cross them, touching the opposite shoulder as you perform Uddiyana Bandha and gaze at your third eye.
मण्डुकासन मध्यस्थं कुर्वराभ्यां धृतं शिरः एतद्धेकवदुत्थानम् एतदुत्थानं मण्डुकम्.
The next asana is Simhasana. Now cross your ankles and sit on the feet with your palms on the respective thighs. Open your mouth wide and stick the tongue out, exhaling forcefully. Visualize yourself as a lion.
दक्षिणं सव्यकुल्फेन दक्षिणेन तदेतरम्.
Next asana is Bhadrasana. Now uncross your ankles and sit on the feet. Visualize and hold. Now cross your hands behind the back and hold the opposite big toe with your index and middle fingers in Prana Mudra. Perform Jalandhara Bandha, which is the throat lock, and visualize Swamiji in your inner space. Next asana is Kakabusandi Asana. Now squat with the feet flat on the ground and knees open wide. Bring the arms in and around the back as you interlace your fingers behind and gaze at the nose. Visualize yourself as a crow and start performing Brahmari Kumbhaka, which is inhaling and exhaling like a bee.
The
next asana is Kani Pavasana. Now place your palms on the floor, shoulder width apart, and bring the knees on the back of the arms towards the armpit. Lean forward and lift the legs off the ground as you visualize Swamiji in your inner space. The next asana is Kapali Asana. This is an inverted asana, so we request all the participants and viewers who have any back or shoulder injuries or any other terminal disease to first consult your physician and once you consult and they are okay with you to perform any of the inverted asanas in the Dvitiya Vinyasa Krama. Now for the rest of the participants, place your hands on the ground shoulder width apart and place the top of your head on the ground, making a triangle between your head and palms. Slowly walk forward as you stack your hips on the shoulders and slowly raise your legs off the ground. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space.
शीशा धरती टेकी पकड़ो वो मिलवा उताकू करे.
Next asana is Parsvamayurasana. Now squat with the legs together and twist the body and place the hands onto one side. Align the knees and elbows and the hip and lean onto the arms, balancing and extending the legs to the side. Gaze at your third eye in Shambhavi Mudra and visualize yourself as a peacock as you perform the new Kumbhaka, which is Rechaka Kumbhaka. Inhaling, exhaling and holding your lungs empty for a comfortable time and exhaling.
Mayuram dandavat kuryan mayuram danda namakam kuryan mayuram parshvabhyam mayura parshva namakam.
Next asana is Parsvamayurasana on the other side. Now visualize yourself as a peacock as you perform Parsvamayurasana on the other side.
Mayuram dandavat kuryan mayuram danda namakam kuryan mayuram parshvabhyam mayura parshva namakam.
The next asana is Bhairaganathasana. Now come to a plank position and take the respective knee and place and keep it by the shoulder as you bring the foot in between of your hands. Bring your hips forward and gaze at the third eye in Shambhavi Mudra and visualize yourself as Lord Kalabhairava as you hold the new japa Sadashivoham in your inner space.
Asana ko guna piti jai.
The next asana is Bhairaganathasana on the other side. Now perform Bhairaganathasana on the other side and visualize yourself as Lord Kalabhairava.
Asana ko guna piti jai.
Next asana is Unmukha Pītāsana. Now from this tall plank position, place the forearms on the ground and walk the feet up, bringing the hips up high. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space as you gaze at your third eye in Shambhavi Mudra.
Punyasto januni hasto chatuspadama vangmukham utthapitanghriyu karakadisthalam abhiruka.
Next asana is Vashishthasana. Now from the plank position, lean your body onto one hand and raise the other hand towards the sky and gaze at the tip of your fingers. Visualize Sage Vashishtha as you perform Rechaka Kumbhaka and Mulabandha.
ऊर्ध्वकुक्कुटभासिष्ठ मरीचिहल मत्स्यकं परिवृत्तिं चोदरस्य विविधं धनुरासनम्.
Now perform Vashishthasana on the other side as you switch the position of your hands and visualize yourself as Sage Vashishtha.
ऊर्ध्वकुक्कुटभासिष्ठ मरीचिहल मत्स्यकं परिवृत्तिं चोदरस्य विविधं धनुरासनम्.
The next asana is Anjaneyasana. Now sit on your buttocks with your legs stretched forward and knees straight. Place the palms under your buttocks as you tuck your chin to the chest in Jalandhara Bandha. Gaze at the tip of your nose in Shambhavi Mudra and visualize Lord Hanuman in your inner space.
दोगुकर्की उभयहतेली कोरवाली मैले भेली सो आगाने भूपरिदाशे महाने अंगुली मिलिराशे.
The next asana is Paschimottanasana. Now from Anjaneyasana, lean forward, bringing your forehead to the knees. Hold the respective big toes with your index and middle fingers in Prana Mudra and visualize Swamiji in your inner space.
जानो परिललाटन्तो पश्चिमं ताणमुच्यते येन केन प्रकारेण सुखं धार्यं च जायते.
Next asana is Ugrasana. Now come back up and interlace your fingers behind your head in Parishamudra and lean forward, bringing your forehead to the knees. Visualize Goddess Kali in your inner space.
सोपानिभ्यां दृढं धृत्वा जानोपरि शिरोन्यसेत् आसनोगमिदं प्रोक्तं भवेदनिलदीपनम्.
The next asana is Marichyasana. Now bring one leg towards the perineum and lock your hands around the raised knee behind your back in Parishamudra. Bring your forehead to the stretched knee and visualize Sage Marichi in your inner space as you hold the new japa Mahasadashivoham in your inner space.
उत्तानपादं क्रौञ्चं च मरीचिं भद्रकं नटराजं त्रिकोणं च सुप्ताङ्गुष्ठप्रसारणे.
Next asana is Mahamudrasana. Now lower that raised knee to the ground and hold the stretched leg with both your hands as you bring your head forward, touching the forehead to the knees. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space.
महामुद्रां प्रवक्ष्यामि तन्त्रेऽस्मिन् मम वल्लभे. उत्तानपादं क्रौञ्चं च मरीचिं वीरभद्रकं नटराजं त्रिकोणं च सुप्ताङ्गुष्ठप्रसारणे.
Next asana is Maha.
महामुद्रां प्रवक्ष्यामि तन्त्रेऽस्मिन् मम वल्लभे यां प्राप्य सिद्धा सिद्धिं च कपिलाद्यः पुरागताः. गुल्भौ तपषणस्य अधः सीवन्त्याः पार्श्वयोः क्षिपेत्. पूर्व झरपड़ चौक का ख्यो सोजी वाही विधि जो की जैसो जी.
The next asana is Joni asana. Now sit and keep the soles of the feet together with the heels close to the perineum and hold the soles of the feet with both the hands. Lean forward and place the forehead on the ground as you gaze at the tip of your nose and visualize the Yoni Mandala, which is the representation of Paramashiva Shakti.
दो पगडली संपट करे एडी मेडिकेटिंग करे.
Next asana is Minaki Pavasana. Now sit with your heels together and toes apart. Keep your knees as wide as possible and lean forward, placing the forehead on the ground behind the heels. Gaze at the tip of your nose and visualize Swamji in your inner space.
पूर्व विधि परिपगडली संपुट शोल एडी मिली राशे.
Next asana is Siddha Samadhi asana. Now sit and keep the toes together with the heels apart. Bring the arms below the shins and extend them out, keeping the palms upwards. Bring the forehead to the ground above the feet and bring the toes near the throat as you visualize Lord Surya in your inner space and gaze at the tip of the nose.
दो पगडली संपुट करे सोले मेढा आगामे धरे.
Next asana is Chiniki Pavasana. Now from that same position, bring the heels towards the perineum and open the feet like a book. Gaze at your nose and visualize Swamji in your inner space as you place the elbows on the knees.
दो पगा की एडी धरती मगिवा मेढ लगावे.
The next asana is Charapata Chokasana. Now, from the same position, place your hands on the knees and gently press the knees towards the ground. Gaze at your third eye and visualize Swamji in your inner space.
दो पगडली संपुट धारे आगाने करे जारे पसारे.
Next asana is Bhairavasana. Now, from that same position, lift the heels up and bring the toes down onto the ground and keep the knees on the ground and pull the stomach in and up in Jalandhara Bandha as you gaze at your third eye and visualize Lord Kalabhairava in your inner space.
गुल्भौ संपीड्य चान्योन्यं व्युत्कर्मेणोत्थितं शनैः.
The next asana is Samanasana. Now sit. The next asana is Samanasana. Now sit with one heel at the perineum and lift the other foot to the chest. Visualize Swamji in your inner space as you gaze at your third eye in Shambhavi Mudra.
समानासनमा पक्षे सिद्धमन्त्रादि साधनात्.
Next asana is Apanasana. Now place that raised leg on the respective shoulder and stretch the other leg upwards, gazing at your third eye in Shambhavi Mudra and visualize Swamji in your inner space.
वलं पादमे कञ्च स्कन्धे चारोपे यत्नतः.
Next asana is Samanasana. Now lift the other leg towards the chest as you place one foot at the perineum. Visualize Swamji in your inner space as you gaze at your third eye in Shambhavi Mudra.
समानासनमा पक्षे सिद्धमन्त्रादि साधनात्.
The next asana is Apanasana. Now lift the raised leg and place it on the respective shoulder as you raise the other leg towards the sky. Gazing at your third eye and visualize Swamiji in Apanasana.
केवलं पादमेकं च स्कन्धे चारोपि ततः.
Next asana is Gomukhasana. Now sit and cross one leg over the other, aligning the knees to the center of the body with the feet by the opposite hip. Place both the hands on the top of the stacked knees in Parashamudra. Gaze at the tip of your nose and visualize a cow as you perform the new Kumbhaka, which is Seetkari Kumbhaka, which is inhaling, clenching your teeth and exhaling through the nose as you place your tongue on the upper palate. Hold the new japa Om Nithyananda in your inner space.
सव्ये दक्षिणगुल्फं तु पृष्ठपार्श्वे नियोजये दक्षिणेऽपि तथा सव्यं गोमुखं यथा.
Next asana is Anusuyasana. From Gomukhasana, hold the opposite big toe with your index and middle finger. Gaze at the nose and visualize Rishika Anusuya in your inner space.
दक्षिणकोटो नीचे उठाने बाबों ताके ऊपर आने.
Next asana is Anusuyasana 2. Now from Anusuyasana, interlace your fingers behind your back in Parshamudra and lean forward, bringing the toes to the ground. Visualize yourself as Rishika Anusuya.
गोदा की संधि उपरिटा वागोडा की संधि.
Next asana is Garudasana 2. Now sit on the ground with one heel pressed against the perineum and keep the opposite foot flat on the ground with the knees touching the chest. Keep the spine tall and the chest out with the hands on respective knees. Gaze at the tip of the nose in Shambhavi Mudra as you visualize Lord Garuda in your inner space.
दावोपगमोडी एडी माहिलो गुल्फमूलद्वारनी चैते.
Next asana is Naradasana. Now sit with on one heel and place the other foot flat on the ground. Lock your hands behind your neck in Parshamudra and twist outside of the raised knee. Gaze at the third eye and visualize Sage Narada in your inner space. Next asana is Matsyapitakasana. Now place one foot on the opposite thigh and wrap the respective arm around the knee, holding onto the opposite shin. Extend the other hand straight and hold on to respective toe with the index and middle finger as you gaze at your nose and visualize Matsya, the fish avatar of Lord Vishnu. Next asana is Gomukhasana on the other side. Now cross the legs over each other and align the knees to the center of the body. Keep the heel by the hips and place your hands on the stacked knees as you visualize the face of a cow and gaze at the tip of your nose. Next asana is Anusuyasana on the other side. Now hold the opposite big toe with your index and middle fingers and gaze at the tip of your nose as you visualize Rishika Anusuya. Next asana is Anusuyasana 2 on the other side. Now lean forward and lock your hands behind the back in Parishamudra as you touch your nose to the ground. Visualize Rishika Anusuya in your inner space. Next asana is Garudasana 2. Now sit on the ground with one heel pressed against the perineum and keep the opposite foot on the ground with the knees to the chest. Keep your hands on the respective knees and gaze at the tip of your nose as you visualize Lord Garuda in your inner space. Asana is Naradasana. Now with the place the leg, the heel which was touching the perineum, and sit on that heel. Lock your hands behind your neck in Parishamudra and twist outside of the raised knee. Gaze at your third eye and visualize Sage Narada in your inner space. Next asana is Matsyapitakasana on the other side. Place one foot on the opposite thigh and wrap the respective arm around the knee, holding onto the opposite shin. Extend the opposite hand straight and hold onto respective toe with the index and middle fingers. Visualize Matsya, the fish avatar of Lord Vishnu. Next asana is Matsyendrasana. Now place one foot on top of the opposite thigh and keep the opposite foot on the ground but beside the opposite thigh. Twist and bring the elbow outside of the raised knee and keep the arm by the neck, turning the head backwards, gazing at the third eye in Shambhavi Mudra and visualize Sage Matsyendranath. Now stretch the hand which was touching the ear and hold the opposite big toe with your index and middle finger, and with the other hand touch the respective ear. Visualize yourself as a camel as you gaze at your third eye in Kubhasana.
आसन को गुण झोलो जाए.
Now stretch the hand which is touching the ear onto the ground and turn behind, gazing at the third eye, and visualize yourself as Matsyendranath in Matsyendrasana 2.
वत्सेन्द्रपीठं चलल प्रदीप्तिं प्रचण्डरुक्मण्डलखण्डनास्त्रम्.
Next asana is Matsyendrasana on the other side. Now place one foot on top of the opposite thigh and place the opposite foot by the opposite thigh. Twist and bring the elbow outside of the raised knee and keep a raised arm by the neck, turning the head backwards and gazing at your third eye in Shambhavi Mudra. Visualize Sage Matsyendranath in your inner space.
उदरं पश्चिमाभासं कृत्वा तिष्ठति यत्नतः.
Next asana is Kubhasana. Now from Matsyendrasana, stretch the bent hand and hold the opposite toe with the index and middle fingers in Prana Mudra, and take the straight hand and touch the ear, respective ear, as you visualize yourself as a camel in Kubhasana.
आसन को गुण झोलो जाए.
Next asana is Matsyendrasana 2 on the other side. Now stretch the bent arm and gaze backwards as you visualize Sage Matsyendranath in your inner space.
वत्सेन्द्रपीठं चलल प्रदीप्तिं प्रचण्डरुक्मण्डलखण्डनास्त्रम्.
Next asana is Padmasana. Now place the opposite leg on top of the opposite thighs and keep the palms on the respective knee as you engage all the three bandhas and hold and start performing the new Kumbhaka, which is Sitali Kumbhaka, which is clenching your teeth and inhaling as you keep the tongue on the tips of the teeth. Visualize Lord Paramashiva in your inner space as you hold the new japa Om Nithyananda Mahasadaशिवोहम in your inner space.
आसनं द्विधं प्रोक्तं पद्मं वज्रासनं तथा.
Next asana is Padmasana 2. Now hold the respective big toe with your index and middle fingers in Prana Mudra as you visualize Goddess Parvati in your inner space.
उत्तानौ चरणौ कृत्वा ऊरू संस्थो प्रयत्नतः.
The next asana is Kukutasana. Now sit and place your hands through the gaps of your thighs and calves and lift your body off the ground as you visualize a rooster in your inner space. Start performing the new Kumbhaka, which is Saja Kumbhaka, which is inhaling, holding the breath comfortably and exhaling for the next asanas.
धरामोष्टभिकरद्वयेन तत्कोर्परि स्थापितानाभिपार्श्वः.
The next asana is Bhadrakeki asana. Now from Padmasana, raise onto the knees and place the palms on the ground with the fingers pointing towards the body. Keep the elbows together and press your body against the navel, leaning forward and raising your knees off the ground. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space.
धरामोष्टभिकरद्वयेन तत्कोर्परि स्थापितानाभिपार्श्वः.
Next asana is Mayurasana. Now while on the knees, place your palms on the ground with the fingers pointing towards the body and keep the elbow together and press the navel on the raised elbows, leaning forward and raising the feet off the ground. Visualize a peacock in your inner space.
अथ वक्षे महादेव मयूरासनमुत्तमम्.
Next asana is Makharasana. Now lay down on the stomach with the feet pointing outward and the forehead on the mat. Visualize a crocodile in your inner space.
ध्यासशेते हृदयं निधाय भूमौ च पादौ च प्रसार्यमानो.
The next asana is Shalabhasana. Now bring your hands by the chest and raise your feet off the ground as you visualize yourself as a locust.
अध्यासशेते करयुग्मवक्षौ भूमिमोष्टभिकरयोस्तलाभ्याम्.
The next asana is Ushtrasana. Now hold the respective foot and push them down towards the ground beside your hip. Visualize yourself as a camel.
अध्यासशेते पदयुग्मव्यस्तं पृष्ठे निधायापि धृतं कराभ्याम्.
Next asana is Dhanurasana. Now from Ushtrasana, tighten the grip on the feet and kick the legs back and up, simultaneously lifting the chest off the ground. Raise your head and gaze at the third eye as you visualize you are Lord Shiva's bow.
प्रसार्य पादौ भूदण्डरूपौ करो च पृष्ठे धृतपादयुग्मम्.
The next asana is Bhagasana. Now come to a seated position and sit on your heels with your head, neck and back in a straight line. Place your hands on the top of the respective thighs as you gaze at your third eye in Shambhavi Mudra and visualize Swamiji in your inner space. Hold the new japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
उल्टा मोड़ी पादौ वैसे बहरो जगति करे एक ऐसे.
Next asana is Gohi Asana. Now this is a inverted asana, so we again request all the participants who have any back or shoulder injury or any other terminal disease to first consult your physician before performing this asana. For the rest of the participants, now place your arms forward on the ground with the fingers interlocked and the elbows shoulder width apart. Place your head on top of on the ground and hold the back of the head with the interlocked fingers. Walk your feet slowly forward until the hip align with the shoulders and lift the legs off the ground, keeping the knees bent. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space.
दो हाथ की कहनी जोई पुण्य कलाई जाने दोई.
Next asana is Shirasasana. From Bhagasana, now slowly raise your feet off the ground and continue to hold your balance there. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space.
विपरीतं मण्डलं च द्विधैव विदितं हिनः.
The next asana is Podhyasana. Now come to a seated position and place the hands behind the calves and stretch your legs up towards the sky. Bring your forehead towards the knees and come to a vertical position with your legs. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space as you start performing the new Kumbhaka for the next few asanas, which is Bhastrika Kumbhaka, which is intense exhalation.
दो हाथ पग बाहर आने, गोड़ा तले कागजी उठाने.
Next asana is Parigasana. Now sit and extend the leg out and up at a 45-degree angle and bring the hands behind the head and hold the opposite shoulder. Keep the chest up and gaze at your third eye in Shambhavi Mudra as you visualize yourself as a mace.
उत्तानशयनं कृत्वा पादौ मिलित्वा प्रसार्य.
Next asana is Naukasana. Now extend your leg out at a 45-degree angle and bring your elbows onto the ground if you need support, or keep them parallel to your legs. Visualize yourself as a boat.
उत्तानशयनं पूर्वराभ्यां भूमिमष्टभ्य.
Next asana is Rudrasana. Now sit and lift the feet up, scooping the hands under the heels and pull your feet towards the chest. Visualize Lord Rudra in your inner space and gaze at the tip of your nose.
पगतली संपुटकई हाथस्य उपग ऊंचाई.
Next asana is Unmukha Pitasana 2. Now lay on your back and place the feet flat on the mat. Place your palms beside the heels and lift your hip off the ground. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space and perform Murcha Kumbhaka, which is inhaling, holding the breath in Jalandhara Bandha and exhaling.
ऊर्ध्वे च जानूनि कृत्वा शवित्वोर्ध्वमुखं तथा.
The next asana is Shavasana. Now lay on your back with the palms facing upwards and completely unclench from your body. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space and perform Shakti Chalana Mudra, which is seeing your Kundalini going up from your Mooladhara to your Sahasrara, which is the root center, to the crown center.
उत्तानं शववद्भूमौ शयनं तु शवासनं. शवासनं श्रान्तिहरं चित्तविश्रान्तिकारकम्.
I bless you all. Let you all open all your three eyes and manifest the powers of Mahasarashiva. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda 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 Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda.
Now slowly start shaking your toes and fingers, your ankles and wrists, your knees and elbows, and bring your thighs to your chest and hold your legs with your hands and rock from side to side as you slowly get up into a seating position. Now we have successfully finished 108 asanas, which is the Pratama Vinyasa Krama. Now let us start with the next asana, which is the Yathashanishtasana. Now sit in a posture that brings ease to your physical and mental space. Bring your hands in Bindu Mudra, which is touching your index and middle index and thumb fingers, and visualize Swamiji in your inner space as you perform the new Kumbhaka for the next asanas of the sequence, which is Samana Kumbhaka, which is inhaling, holding the breath, visualizing the intense fire in your stomach, and exhaling.
पर्यङ्कं तत्समाख्यातं यतसंस्थं यथा स्थितिः.
The next asana is Samasana. Now come to a cross-legged position with your hands on your thighs. Continue to hold the Bindu Mudra and visualize Swamiji in your inner space.
इदानीं गर्भिणीनां योगाभ्यासो यथा लघु.
Next asana is Muktasana. Now place the left foot against the perineum and the right foot over top the left leg. Keep the hands facing downwards on the knees and gaze at your nose and visualize Swamiji in your inner space.
निबीड्य सीविनीं सूक्ष्मां दक्षिणेतरगुल्पतः.
Next asana is Siddhasana. Now maintain the same position as Muktasana and visualize Swamiji in your inner space as you shift the gaze to your third eye.
स्थानुसंयमितेन्द्रियोच्चलदृशा पश्यन् भ्रुवोरन्तरं चैतन्मोक्षपातभेदजनकं सिद्धासनं प्रोच्यते.
The next asana is Siddhyasana. Maintain the same position as Siddhasana as you shift the gaze to the ground in front of you.
वामपादकेडीजानो सीवनिमदितासुकोठानो.
The next asana is Rudrasana. Continue to maintain the same position and visualize Lord Rudra in your inner space as you gaze at your third eye.
चरणपरितचन्द्राखे एकजुगति ऐसे विदिदाखे.
The next asana is Santadunasana. Now continue to maintain the same position and visualize the state of unshakable nature.
The
The next asana is Siddhasana too. Maintain the same position and bring your palms and cup them together and place them in front of your navel in Samputita Mudra like a lotus. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space.
ऋजुकायुसमासीना सिद्धासनमुदीरितम्.
The next asana is Bandha Yoni Asana. Now continue to maintain the same position and now we'll be performing the Shanmukhi Mudra, which is locking the mouth with the index, with the little and ring fingers, closing the nose with the middle finger, locking the eyes with the index finger, and closing the ears with the thumb fingers.
यत्र मध्ये महादेव बन्धयोन्यासने शृणु.
Now release the Shanmukhi Mudra and we'll perform the next asana, which is Virasana. Now place one foot on the thigh of the other foot under the opposite thigh and keep the thumbs and index touching together in Bindu Mudra, and place your hands on your thighs, on the respective thighs, and visualize the space of bravery.
एकपादमथैकस्मिन् विन्यस्योरुणे संस्थितः.
The next asana is Valmikasana. Now continue to maintain the same position as you visualize the great sage Valmiki in your inner space.
The
next asana is Joni Mudrasana. Now keep the legs in same position with the left heel pressed against the perineum and the right foot. Visualize the Yoni Mandala, which is the visual representation of Paramashiva Shakti. Now maintain the same position and switch the gaze to your third eye in Yoni Asana.
The
next asana is Bhadrasana 3. Now bring the soles of your feet together in front of you and hold the legs with both the hands. Bring the knees down towards the ground and visualize Lord Veerabhadranya in a space as you perform Udyana Bandha. The next asana is Aghorasana. Now from the same position, bring your right hand to your mouth and perform the Abhyantara Kumbhaka, which is closing your left nostril with the index finger and inhaling through the right nostril, and then inhaling through the left nostril and closing the right nostril, and holding both the nostrils comfortably and exhaling through the left nostril. Visualize this again and again as you visualize an Aghori. Next asana is Khaneri Pavasana. Now from the same position, bring your elbows and place them on the soles of your feet and place your chin on the palms. Rest your chin on the palms. Gaze at the tip of your nose as you visualize a female elephant drinking water.
Next
asana is Parasana. Now sit and lift your knees off the ground and keep your arms between the thighs and calves, interlacing the fingers in front of your navel. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space and perform the new Kumbhaka, which is Rechaka Kumbhaka, for the next few asanas, which is inhaling and exhaling, completely emptying the stomach and holding your lungs empty for a comfortable period of time, and exhaling. Next asana is Gopi Chandasana. Now interlace the fingers around the feet with the soles together and lift it towards the chin and place the chin on the toes. Visualize the state of a king and gaze at the tip of your nose. Next asana is Udarasana. Now sit with your soles of the feet together and insert the hands underneath the legs and lift the legs to the chin and place the chin on the raised legs. Visualize your body free from defects and gaze at the tip of your nose. Next asana is Vishishtasana. Now from the same position, raise your feet in front of the face and visualize excelling in everything. The next asana is Ujasana. Now slowly raise your legs on top of the respective shoulder and lock your legs. Now with the hands under your thighs and calves, try holding behind your neck. Visualize yourself as a cobra. The next asana is Kalyanasana. Now maintain the seated posture and bring the hands and lock them behind the back. Visualize a beautiful goddess as you gaze at the tip of your nose. Next asana is Sankatasana. Now sit on one heel and cross that leg with the other leg as you place the leg above the leg and bring your hands and hold the opposite knees as you visualize yourself as a swan and perform the new Kumbhaka, which is Ujjayi Kumbhaka, for the next asanas. Inhale and exhale deeply, making a ocean-like sound.
वामपादं चितेर्मूलं सन्न्यस्य धरणीतले.
Next asana is Dhenukasana. Now remove the leg which you are sitting on and place both your legs by the hips. Keep your hands on top of the top knee and visualize a cow in your inner space as you perform Udyana Bandha.
अनुषाकीनगरपञ्चणं ऋषीलिन्दकल्यम्नीं.
Next asana is Machandrasana. Now place your right foot on the left thigh and the left foot on the right knee. Bring the left hand behind the back and hold the right thigh as you twist your body and hold the opposite thighs. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space.
वामजङ्घभरतचिनटाने वामहस्तपिष्टीदिशाने.
The next asana is Machandrasana 2. Now uncross and untwist your body and hold onto the opposite leg and bring your forehead to the ground. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space.
प्रथमजीवनो चरणजयोजी वामजङ्घपरिराखेसोयी.
Next asana is Guru Asana. Now maintaining the same posture, interlace your fingers and place them on the top leg as you visualize Swamiji in your inner space.
उरुमूलेन्द्रपादस्य कनिष्ठिका प्रदेशगुल्फं संस्थाप्य.
The next asana is Sankatasana on the other side. Now place the right knee on the mat and the left foot flat and place the perineum on the raised heel. Rest the left leg over top the right leg and bring the left heel to the right hip. Place the hands on opposite knees as you visualize a swan in your inner space.
वामपादं चितेर्मूलं सन्न्यस्य धरणीतले.
Next asana is Dhenukasana. Now slide the heel which you were sitting on and place both the heels by the hip. Visualize a cow in your inner space and perform Udyana Bandha.
अनुषाकीनगरपञ्चणं ऋषीलिन्दकल्यम्नीं.
Next asana is Machandrasana. Now place the right foot on the left thigh and the left foot on the right knee. Twist your body and hold the opposite thighs as you visualize Swamiji in your inner space.
वामजङ्घभरतचिनटाने वामहस्तपिष्टीदिशाने.
Next asana is Machandrasana 2. Now untwist your body and hold on to the opposite legs as you lower your forehead and touch it to the ground. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space.
प्रथमजीवनो चरणजयोजी वामजङ्घपरिराखेसोयी.
Next asana is Guru Asana. Continue to maintain the same posture and interlace the fingers and place them on the top knee. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space.
उरुमूलेन्द्रपादस्य कनिष्ठिका प्रदेशगुल्फं संस्थाप्य.
Next asana is Pashvasana. Now sit with the feet flat on the ground and keep the knees against your chest and hold on to opposite knees. Press your tongue against the roof of the mouth and perform Kechari Mudra. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space and gaze at your third eye.
आदतले भूमो निधाय जाननिवसि निधाय.
The next asana is Bodhashokasana. Now from that same position, wrap your arms around the legs and hold the opposite wrist. Place your chin onto the knees as you visualize the space of bliss.
दोवुपगदली भूपरितरे कोरमाहिलिये सेकरे.
Next asana is Kurkatasana. Now from the same position, place your arms under the knee and hold the opposite elbow. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space and gaze at the nose.
दो हाथ पग बाहर ल्यावे गोड़ा नीचे ले टहरावे.
Next asana is Sumati Asana. Now maintain the same position and cross the feet, keeping the toes pointed upwards. Visualize the great sage Sumati in your inner space.
मूलद्वारि धरती परिधाने डावा पग परिदेशपदाने.
Next asana is Dandasana. Now extend the feet straight and keep the arms stretched above your head with the fingers interlaced and the wrist pointed outward. Engage all the three bandhas and gaze at the nose as you visualize Swamiji in your inner space.
गर्भिणीनां योगाभ्यासो यथा लघु.
Next asana is Arambhasana. Now with the legs stretched forward, hold the respective big toe and bring your forehead to the knees. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space and perform Nari Shodhana Kumbhaka, which is inhaling and visualizing the prana going from your root center to the crown center.
दो पग मिलवा पसारी पगा का अंगूठा पगड़ी लीला टकोड़ा लगावे.
Asana is Bidokasana. Now with the legs stretched forward, extend the knees slightly up and bring the heels apart. Bring the shoulder down and wrap the hands in and around the legs and place the forehead on the ground as you visualize Swamiji in your inner space.
प्रथम वैसी दो पाव पसारी कछुक ऊर्ध्व को कुरडो डारे.
Next asana is Jalandhari Pavasana. Now extend both the legs out with the heels together and place the chin on the heel. Insert the hands below the leg and keep the elbows together on the ground, along with the fingers and palms faced upwards. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space and gaze at the tip of your nose.
दो एड़ी में लगे दीजिए हाथ पसारी.
Next asana is Urdhva Paschimottanasana. Now sit and extend both the legs out and lift one foot behind the neck and lean forward and down, touching the forehead to the knee. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space. Now maintaining the same posture, lean backward and lie on your back and hold the leg which is behind your neck with the opposite hand. Visualize yourself as the eternal one and gaze at the nose as you perform Pratyahara Kumbhaka, which is inhaling and visualizing the prana going all over your body.
उत्तानशयनी एकैकं पायि ग्रीवायां विन्यस्य.
The next asana is Ankushasana. Now roll onto the elbow and concentrate on the prana moving from your Mooladhara to Brahmarandra and visualize complete control as you gaze at your nose.
उत्तानशयित एकैकं पादं ग्रीवायां कुर्वन्.
Next asana is Drishasana. Now lie on the back and bring the knees to the chest and encircle the thighs and calves with the arm. Roll from left to right as you visualize Swamiji in your inner space.
उत्तानशयनं जाननी हृदये वष्टम्भ.
Now the next asana is Urdhva Paschimottanasana on the other side. Now extend both the legs and lift the other foot and place it behind your neck as you lean forward and touch the forehead to the knees. Hold the stretched leg with both the hands and visualize Swamiji in your inner space. Next asana is Anantasana. Now roll onto the back as you hold the leg which is behind your neck with the opposite hand. Visualize you are the endless one and gaze at the tip of your nose. The next asana is Ankushasana. Now roll onto the elbow and continue to gaze at the tip of your nose as you visualize complete control over your body. The next asana is Yoga Nidrasana. Now lie on your back and lock both the legs behind your neck. So you visualize Swamiji in your inner space.
पादाभ्यां वेष्टयेत् कण्ठं हस्ताभ्यां पृष्ठबन्धनम्.
The next asana is Atmaramasana. Now while lying down, raise the hands underneath the calves and lock your hands behind your neck. Gaze at the tip of your nose and visualize being blessed by Lord Vishnu.
Atmarama asana pratama sudhosovi.
Next asana is Kochikasana. Now lie on the back with your knees to the chest and keep the soles facing upwards. Extend the arms sideways and visualize Swamiji in your inner space as you gaze at your third eye in Shambhavi Mudra.
दो हाथ सीधा सा करे तिनसो बेसपा करे.
Next is Jatara Parivritti. This is going to be a sequence of 6 asanas. Now lie on the back and keep the knees to the chest. Keep your arms on opposite side of your body at your shoulder level. Now we'll be performing each of the Jatara Parivritti 1, 2 and 3 stage by stage on both the sides. So now for Jatara Parivritti 1, now keep one knee bent on the ground and the other leg extended straight. For Jatara Parivritti 2, keep both the knees bent to one side. For Jatara Parivritti 3, hold both the straight legs, which is on one side, and gaze to the other side. As you perform this, visualize Swamiji in your inner space. Now perform Jatara Parivritti. We'll be performing Jatara Parivritti on the other side. Now bring both the legs back to the chest and stretch one leg to the opposite side in Jatara Parivritti 1. Jatara Parivritti 2, keep both the legs bent to one side, and Jatara Parivritti 3, straighten the bent legs and hold them with the hand as you gaze to the opposite side.
परिवृत्ते कोक्षे भागे त्रिताहि परिकीर्तितः बद्धकोणं सुप्तकोणं ऊर्ध्वकोणम् अथापि च.
Next asana is Dvipada Pitam. Now lie on the back and bend the knees and place them flat on the ground. Hold the ankles and lift the hip up as you visualize yourself as a bridge and start performing Murcha Kumbhaka for the next few asanas, which is inhaling, holding the breath in Jalandhara Bandha, which is the throat lock, and exhaling. Gaze at the tip of your nose.
प्रतिक्रियायुतं द्वन्द्वपीठ सर्वबलप्रदम्.
Asana is Paryankasana. Now lie on the back and place the feet flat on the mat and bring the arms and place your arms over the head flat on the mat as well, with the fingers pointing towards the body. Lift the entire body off the ground as you perform Sahaja Kumbhaka, which is breathing in, holding the breath comfortably and exhaling as you visualize yourself as a stone furniture.
उत्तानसेनं हस्ततलाभ्यां भूमिं वष्टभ्यां.
Next asana, Swatanasana. Now lie on the back and bring the knees to the chest and hold the shoulders with the respective hand. Move the hips in a circular motion as you visualize yourself as a playful dog.
शरीरं संस्थाप्य जानुनीशं मील्यना भुवानिज्या.
Next asana is Viparita Karani. Now lie on your back and raise the hips and legs up towards the sky. Keep your hand and hold the lower back for support if needed, or else you can straighten and extend the arms below. Move your legs in a circular motion and visualize Swamiji in your inner space. Next asana is Viparita Karani 2. Now in Viparita Karani, just stop the rotation and continue to visualize Swamiji in your inner space.
The
next asana is Langalasana. Now from Viparita Karani, slowly lower your legs behind the head. Let the hips be stacked on the shoulders and lock your hands behind in Parshamudra, behind your back in Parshamudra as you visualize yourself as a plow.
नरकासने स्थित्वा नासिकाप्रदेशे भूमौ पादपृष्ठे स्थाप्य.
The next asana is Shaiti Paschimottanasana. Now lie on the back and let the legs be over the head with the toes pointed towards the ground. Keep the thighs to the chest and hold the tip of the toes with your arms and legs straight. Visualize Paramashivam in your space and continue to perform Murcha Kumbhaka.
तानं शयित्वा कुर्वीत शयितपश्चिमतानकम्.
Next asana is Supta Konasana. Now from that position, slowly spread your legs apart and continue to visualize Swamiji in your inner space.
परिवृत्ते कोक्षे भागे त्रिताहि परिकीर्तितः बद्धकोणं सुप्तकोणम् ऊर्ध्वकोणम् अथापि च.
Next asana is Chakrasana. Now bring your legs together and slowly roll backwards onto your back and hold the tip of your toes as you visualize yourself as a wheel.
शवासनस्तद्वौ पादौ कुर्यान्मस्तकतः परो.
The next asana is Supta Prasarita Pada Angushtasana. Now From the same position, slowly raise your legs upwards and hold the tip of your toes as you slowly open your legs wide apart to the side. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space.
उत्तानपादं क्रौञ्चं च मरीचिं वीरभद्रकं नटराजं त्रिकोणं च सुप्ताङ्गुष्ठप्रसारणे.
Next asana is Supta Padangushtasana. Now bring your legs together and continue to hold your toes with your knees straight. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space.
उत्तानपादं क्रौञ्चं च मरीचिं वीरभद्रकं नटराजं त्रिकोणं च सुप्ताङ्गुष्ठप्रसारणे.
Next asana is Matsyasana. Now lie down on your back and lock your legs into Padmasana. Slowly raise your hands above your head and hold the opposite shoulder as you visualize Matsya, the fish avatar of Lord Vishnu. Start performing the Ujjayi Kumbhaka, which is inhaling and exhaling comfortably, making an ocean-like sound.
उत्तपद्मासनं कृत्वा उत्तानशयनं चरेत्.
Next asana is Parasharamasana. Now from the same posture, raise your hands backward and place the back of your right hand on the left palm. Gaze at the nose and visualize Lord Rama in your inner space.
प्रथमकरे पद्मासन आचे सूदोसो वे भूपरिपाचे.
Next asana is Sarvangasana. Now slowly place your hands under your hips and raise your legs upwards towards the sky. Hold the back of your hips for support and visualize Swamiji in your inner space.
अथवा क्षेत्र संक्षेपात् सर्वांगासनम् उत्तमम्.
Next asana is Vrishchikasana. Now lie on your back and place one foot on the opposite thigh and stretch the other leg forward. Visualize and keep your hands behind your behind your head and hook the fingers forward as you visualize yourself as a scorpion and gaze at the third eye.
प्रथमशयन सूदो शीर्षके शिखे सन्धि सुदाखे.
Next asana is Vrishchikasana to Vrishchikasana on the other side. Now switch the position of your feet and continue to perform Vrishchikasana as you visualize yourself as a scorpion.
प्रथमशयन सूदो शीर्षके शिखे सन्धि सुदाखे.
Next asana is Vrishapadakshepasana. Now stretch your legs forward and lie on your back. Lock your hands behind your neck and start alternating one knee towards the chest and touch it with the opposite elbow. Perform this again and again on both the sides.
उत्तानशयनं कृत्वा अङ्गुलिभिः कन्दरां बद्ध्वा.
Next asana is Marottanasana. Now lie on your back with your legs and palms straight. Start bringing and alternating one knee and touching it to your respective ear. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space as you start performing Sahaja Kumbhaka, which is breathing in, holding your breath comfortably and exhaling.
श्रोतानवत् संसिद्धीकृत्वा जानुद्वयं पर्यायेन कर्णयोः संस्पृशेत्.
The next asana is Brikasana. Now lie down and bring your legs flat on the ground. Slowly get up and sit down again and again. Visualize yourself as a wolf.
अथ उत्तानशयनं कृत्वा पादतलाभ्यां भूमिं धृत्वा उत्तिष्ठेत्. वृकासनं भवति.
The next asana is Lutasana. Now lay on your back and quickly roll over behind, completely in a prone posture. Repeat this again and again in Lutasana.
उत्तानशयनं पादशिरौ उल्लङ्घ्य.
Next asana is Saratasana. Now in a prone posture, start making a whistling sound with your lips and visualize yourself carrying warriors into a battle.
डिब्जिं शयनं कृत्वा नाभिं भूमौ निधाय.
Next asana is Dehalyulanghanasana. Now come to a plank position and start jumping your feet backward and forward in between your palms. Visualize yourself gone beyond body and mind.
हस्तद्वयं बद्ध्वा तन्मध्ये चरणद्वयम् उड्डानैव बहिरानीय.
Next asana is Jatyasana. Now stand tall and lean forward and start walking on all your fours. Visualize yourself as a 60-year-old elephant.
अथ जात्यासनं वक्ष्ये येन जातिस्मरो भवेत्.
Next asana is Lolitika Karna. Now stand tall and bend your knees into a half squatting posture. Stretch your arms and keep them at the chest level and swiftly move them across your body. Tilt your head backwards and move it in all directions. Next asana is Sarpasana. Now stand tall and if you have a rope, tie your both the legs with the rope, or else just stand tall and visualize the Kundalini energy rising from your root center to the crown center.
अथ सर्पासनं वक्ष्ये वायुपानाय केवलं शरीरं दण्डवत् तिष्ठेत् रज्जुबन्धस्तु पादयोः.
Now from the standing posture, bend down and place the palms on the ground in front of the feet and place your toes on the palms. Start walking back and forth on your mat as you visualize yourself as a camel.
टिकनिष्ठिका प्रदेशेन भूमौ निधाय उपरि पादतले संस्थाप्य.
The next asana is Ushtrasanasana. The next asana is Ashwasana. Now, while standing, bend down and place your fingers from the side of your legs and start walking back and forth as you visualize yourself as a horse.
मुष्टिकनिष्ठिका प्रदेशेन भूमौ निधाय उपरि पादतले संस्थाप्य.
Next asana is Kapotanitakasana. Now stand tall and lock your hands behind the back and bend them as low as possible, bringing your hands towards the calf. Visualize yourself as a soaring bird.
पादतले भूमौ निधाय पृष्ठभागेन हस्तौ जङ्घापर्यन्तं नीत्वा कपोतनिटकं भवति.
The next asana is Talapushpaputam Karana. Now stand in the half squatting position and bring your palms in the Namaskar Mudra. Now simultaneously open your palm and raise the one heel off the ground as you slightly lower the waist and shoulder of the respective heel, visualizing offering flowers to Paramashiva. Next asana is Khadgasana. Now lie on your stomach and come to a plank position and jump your feet forward and stand up. Visualize yourself as a rhino as you keep your palms together in the Namaskar Mudra, visualizing your palms as the horn of the rhinoceros. Continue to perform Saja Kumbhaka and gaze at the tip of your nose.
उच्चसरतमासनं कृत्वा पादतलाभ्यां भूमिं धृत्वा.
The next asana is Uttanottanam Asana. Now sit down all the way as low as you can and stand up again and again. You can hold and use weights to intensify this asana.
पुनः पुनः उत्थातव्यम् असितव्यम् इति उत्थानोत्थानं भवति.
The next asana is Musalasana. Now stand up straight and raise your hands over the head and start jumping repeatedly. Visualize yourself as a mace as you continue to perform Mula Bandha and Saja Kumbhaka.
सरलं स्थित्वा ऊर्ध्वं बाहुं नयेत्.
The next asana is Uchchirshakasana. Now stand tall and bring one leg towards the stomach and with the straight leg sit up and down. Alternate this on both sides as you visualize Swamiji in a space and gaze at the tip of your nose in Shambhavi Mudra.
एकैकं पादतलं कुक्षौ निधाय तिष्ठेत् उत्शीर्षकं भवति.
Next asana is Parshvajanukarna. Now stand tall and bend one knee. Bend your knees into the half squatting position. Raise one knee towards the chest and hold it with the respective hand. Clench the hand which is holding the leg into a fist and place the other hand on the thigh of the respective leg, pointing the fingers towards the body. Next is Tandavasana. Now stand and lift one leg off the ground straight towards the front of you and sit up and down with the straight leg. Visualize yourself dancing fiercely as Lord Shiva and continue to perform Mula Bandha and Saja Kumbhaka.
एकेन पादेन स्थातव्यं ताण्डवासनं भवति.
The next asana is Brahmanasana. Now place the left foot on the opposite thigh and stand erect on the mat like a rock. Keep the hands by the side and visualize yourself being blessed by Lord Brahma as you perform Saja Kumbhaka and Mula Bandha.
ब्राह्मणासनमावक्ष्ये यत्कृत्वा ब्राह्मणो भवेत्.
The next asana is Garudasana. Now stand tall and wrap your left leg over and around the right knee. Tuck the left toe on the other side of the right calf and simultaneously cross the left arm below the right and bring the palms together. Visualize Lord Garuda and continue to perform Sajakumbhaka and Mulabandha.
स्थानकूर्मपीठं च सिंहस्गारुडमेव च
Asana is Ekapadasana. Now stand straight on the right leg and keep the left foot on the opposite thigh. Keep the hands relaxed by the knees and visualize Swamiji in your inner space as you continue to perform Sajakumbhaka and Mulabandha.
दक्षाङ्घ्रिं वामपादस्य जङ्घोपरि निधाय च
The next asana is Dhruvasana. Now stand on the right leg and hold the big toe of the left foot and straighten the left foot out to the side. Rotate the body quickly on the right leg and visualize the pole star in your inner space as you continue to perform Sajakumbhaka and Mulabandha.
एकेन हस्तेन दण्डरूपस्य एकस्य पादस्य अग्रं धृत्वा
The next asana is Trivikramasana. Now stand on the right leg and lift the left foot and place it behind your neck. Slowly sit down and stand up as you visualize Lord Vishnu taking 3 steps. Perform Sajakumbhaka and Mulabandha.
एकेन पादेन स्थातव्यम् उत्थातव्यं ग्रीवायां पादं संस्थाप्य स्थातव्यम् उत्थातव्यं त्रिविक्रमासनं भवति
The next asana is Parshvajanukarana on the other side. Now stand in the half squatted position and slowly lift the opposite leg towards the knee, towards the chest. Hold that leg with the respective hand and clench the palm of that hand into a fist. With the other arm, place that on the respective leg as you point the fingers towards the body. The next asana is Tandavasana on the other side. Now stand tall and lift the opposite leg forward and sit up and stand on the standing leg. Visualize Lord Shiva dancing fiercely and continue to perform Sajakumbhaka and Mulabandha.
एकेन पादेन स्थातव्यं ताण्डवासनं भवति
The next asana is Brahmanasana. Now place the right foot on the inner part of the left thigh and stand tall on the mat like a rod. Keep the hands by the side and visualize being blessed by Lord Brahma as you perform Sajakumbhaka and Mulabandha.
ब्राह्मणासनमावक्ष्ये यत्कृत्वा ब्राह्मणो भवेत्
Next asana is Garudasana 3. Now stand tall and wrap the right leg over the left knee. Tuck the right toes on the other side of the left calf, simultaneously crossing the right arm below the left arm and bringing the palms together. Visualize yourself as Lord Garuda and continue to perform Sajakumbhaka and Mulabandha.
उत्थानकूर्मपीठं च सिंहस्गारुडमेव च
The next asana is Ekapadasana. Now stand straight and lift the left leg and place it in the root of the right thigh. The hands be relaxed by the right knee and visualize Swamiji in your inner space as you perform Sajakumbhaka and Mulabandha.
दक्षाङ्घ्रिं वामपादस्य जङ्घोपरि निधाय च
The next asana is Dhruvasana. Now stand on the left leg and hold the big toe of the right foot and straighten it out towards the side. Rotate your body quickly as you visualize the pole star and continue to perform Sajakumbhaka and Mulabandha.
एकेन हस्तेन दण्डरूपस्य एकस्य पादस्य अग्रं धृत्वा
The next asana is Vikramasana. Now stand on the right leg and lift the left foot and place it behind the neck. Stand tall and sit down and stand up, visualizing Lord Vishnu taking 3 steps. Continue to perform Sajakumbhaka and Mulabandha.
ग्रीवायां पादं संस्थाप्य स्थातव्यम् उत्थातव्यं त्रिविक्रमासनं भवति
The next is Samanakakarna. Now stand tall and keep both your feet close together with the toes pointed out slightly. Keep your hands by the side of your body and visualize Paramashivam in your inner space. Next asana is Next asana is Gorakanjali asana. Now stand tall. Now stand tall and then bend forward, bringing both the hands underneath the knees and making a finger lock as you sit in a squatting position, and let the finger lock touch the navel. Visualize the great sage Goraknatha and perform Jivachala Kumbhaka, which is inhaling and visualizing the prana energy flowing all over your body. Perform Mula Bandha.
प्रथमहि बोहोय बाहुरी नीचो पुनिहोवे.
The next asana is Kanchi asana. Insert your hands between the thighs and calves and then wrap the arms around and behind the buttocks. Squat down and hold the hands behind, keeping the chest straight. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space and continue to perform Jivachala Kumbhaka and Mula Bandha.
ऊर्मध्यात् हस्तो निवेश्य नितम्बं धृत्वा.
The next asana is Bhairu asana. Now bring the feet together and sit in a squatting posture with the heels touching the perineum. Hold the hands at the back and sit upright and gaze at the navel. Visualize Lord Kalabhairava and continue to perform Jivachala Kumbhaka and Mula Bandha. The next asana is Varahasana. Now squat all the way down to the ground and keep your feet together with the toes apart. Bring your elbows up and close to the head as you join the palms over the back, facing the fingers downwards. Gaze at the tip of the nose and visualize Varaha, the boar avatar of Lord Vishnu, as you continue to perform Jivachala Kumbhaka and Mula Bandha. Next asana is Pripithasana. Now asana is Pripitasana. Now keep the heels touching and bring your hips to the same level as your knees. Let the hands hang down with the fingertips touching or holding the big toes in front of you. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space as you continue to perform Jivachala Kumbhaka and Mula Bandha. The next asana is Bhakasana. Now place your hands on the mat with the fingers wide apart. Place your knees on the back of the arms and keep your eyes forward and down. Visualize yourself as a crow as you continue to perform Jivachala Kumbhaka and Mula Bandha. Next asana is Shushtanga Kapalyasana. This is an inverted asana, so we request all the participants who have any shoulder or back injury or any before performing these inverted asanas. For the rest of the asanas, now slowly kneel down and place your head on the ground. Keep your palms by the side of your head and place the fingers spread apart. Raise your hips onto your shoulders as you slowly raise your legs above off the ground. Then lock your legs into Padmasana. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space. Gaze at your nose in Shambhavi Mudra as you continue to perform Jivachala Kumbhaka and Mula Bandha.
Asana Kogana Kapala Achohoi.
Next asana is Guptasana. Now keep your toes flat on the ground and make sure it is touching the opposite feet. Sit down between the feet and let the heels come outside of the hip. Place the hands on the respective knees and sit straight as you gaze at the nose in Shambhavi Mudra and visualize sitting in Paramashiva's secret seat as you continue to perform Jivachala Kumbhaka and Mula Bandha.
Tanur Vorantre Pado Krutva Pado Chagopaje.
The participants who need support, you can take the support of the wall or of a partner to help you balance in that posture. Now we'll be seeing the Vrikshasana too. Now place your hands on the ground, shoulder width apart with the fingers wide apart. Slowly lift your legs off the ground as you go into a handstand. Visualize yourself as a tree with deep roots in the ground as you perform the new Kumbhaka, which is Saja Kumbhaka, which is breathing in and out, holding the breath comfortably. We should continue to perform Moola Bandha.
सप्तचक्रक्षालनाय वृक्षासनविशेषकान्.
The next asana is Shibhasana. From Vrikshasana, slowly change the gaze towards the third eye as you visualize Tejas energy flowing from your third eye. Continue to perform Saja Kumbhaka and Moola Bandha.
दो पग जोड़ी माही गुल्फ मिलाए.
Relax. The next asana is Matsyasana 2. Now come to a plank posture and slowly lower your body down and bring it up again. Repeat this again and again as you visualize yourself as a fish and continue to perform Saja Kumbhaka and Moola Bandha.
नित्यं शयनं कुरु पार्श्वभागाय मूर्धकृत्य.
The next asana is Sarpasana. Now lie on your stomach and hold your hips with the respective hands and start turning from right to left like a snake. Visualize a snake moving and continue to perform Saja Kumbhaka and Moola Bandha.
नित्यं शयनं कृत्वा हस्तौ नितम्बं संस्थाप्य.
Now from this lying posture, bring your hands and keep your knees, elbows in front of you and hold your chin, rest your chin on your palms. Visualize feeling self-supported and completely independent as you continue to perform Saja Kumbhaka and Moola Bandha.
कराभ्यां पङ्कजं कृत्वा तिष्ठेत् कुर्परया सुधीः.
Next asana is Chatrasana. Now from the lying posture, slowly bend your legs backward and place your hands in front of your chest and lift your chest up and straight as you bend your back and try touching the back of your head to the tip of your toes. Visualize yourself as an umbrella protecting your guru and continue to perform Saja Kumbhaka and Moola Bandha.
अर्ध्यासनं स्थित्वा हस्ततलाभ्यां भूमिं धृत्वा.
The next asana is Vajrasana. Now sit on the back of your heels and keep the knees together. Stretch your arms in front of you and bring your forehead towards the ground as you visualize your weapon. The next asana is Meshasana. Now come to a plank posture and walk your feet up so that your hip go upwards. Now slowly start alternating your hands tapping the mat in front of you as you visualize yourself as a powerful ram. Continue to perform Saja Kumbhaka and Moola Bandha.
संस्थितौ एकैकं बाहुं भूमौ ताडयेत्. मेषासनं भवति.
The next asana is Ajasana. Next asana is Ajasana. Now from Gajasana, now slowly lift your legs into the air into a handstand and slowly bend your elbows and bring your forehead to the ground. Visualize yourself as unborn and continue to perform Saja Kumbhaka and Moola Bandha.
गजासनं संस्थितौ पादद्वयमन्तराले कृत्य मस्तकेन भूमिं स्पृशेत्.
Pull your feet towards the perineum and then place your hands on the respective knee as you keep your head, neck and spine in a straight line and gaze at the tip of your nose in Shamai Mudra. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space and start performing the new Kumbhaka for the next few asanas, which is Ujjayi Kumbhaka, which is inhaling and exhaling, making an ocean-like sound as you continue to perform Moola Bandha.
पूर्वविधिपरिहाताकी काकसीस्यो फणाशरा मोडी.
Next asana is Angamottanam. Now interlace your fingers in front and then slowly move it backwards behind your head. Then stretch your arms forward, then to the side and backwards, giving massage to various different joints and muscles. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space as you continue to perform Ujjayi Kumbhaka and Moola Bandha.
हस्तयोः अङ्गुलीर्बद्ध्वा हस्तयोर्मध्यात् सर्वमङ्गं निष्कासयित्वा.
Next asana is Garudasana 4. Now sit on the heels in Vajrasana and slowly move the feet outside of the hips. Let the feet be turned to the side and the thighs and knees resting on the ground. Keep your head, neck and spine in a straight line as you visualize yourself as Lord Garuda and continue to perform Ujjayi Kumbhaka and Moolabandha.
उत्तानकूर्मपीठं च सिंहस्गारुडमेव च वातायनं गोमुखं च भारद्वाजं त्रिविक्रमम्.
The next asana is Ananda Mandirasana. Now sit with your legs folded and toes pointed backwards with your knees wide. Let the front of your buttocks be on the ground and gaze at the third eye in Shambhavi Mudra. Visualize being in a blissful temple as you continue to perform Ujjayi Kumbhaka and Moolabandha in Ananda Mandirasana.
अथ वक्षे वीरनाथ आनन्दमन्दिरासनं यत्कृत्वा अमरो धीरो भवत्येवेह साधकः.
Place your hands on the respective knee as you gaze at the tip of your nose. Visualize yourself as a frog and perform Manduki Mudra, which is lifting your tongue and pressing it against the upper palate. Continue to perform Ujjayi Kumbhaka and perform Moola and Udyana Bandha.
पृष्ठं सम्पीड्य गुल्भाभ्यां जान्वङ्गे सबलयाकृतिः हस्तौ पादतले क्षिप्तो मण्डूकं पाददोषहृत्.
Next asana is Narasimhasana. Now keep your toes on the mat with the heels up and together. Place the perineum on the heels and let your palms be on the ground with your fingers spread apart wide. Let the thumbs touch and the base of the hands touch the toes. Gaze at the nose as you stick your tongue out and exhale forcefully. Visualize Lord Narasimha, the lion avatar of Lord Vishnu, and gaze at the tip of your nose in Shambhavi Mudra. Continue to perform Ujjayi Kumbhaka and Moolabandha.
दो फणा पानी होए वैसे एड़ी में लरगुदानी वैसे.
Next asana is Bishrakasana. Now sit on the toes and place the perineum on the heels. Separate the knees sideways apart and place them on the ground. Make a hollow with the palms and place it in front of the mouth. Keep your thumbs under the teeth and close your lips. Gaze at the nose and inhale through your left nostril and exhale through your mouth. This is also the Bishraka Pranayama. Visualize Lord Durga in your inner space as you gaze at the tip of your nose and in Shambhavi Mudra and continue to perform Moolabandha. Sit with your soles together on top of the feet and place them on the ground. Sit on the heels and bend your elbows, bringing the fingers to your armpit. Imitate scratching like a monkey as you gaze at the third eye in Shambhavi Mudra. Visualize yourself as a playful monkey as you continue to perform Ujjayi Kumbhaka and Moolabandha.
दो पगतली संपुट आने तिनकी पिष्टि भूमि परिटाने.
The next asana is Vajra Sangharasana. Now stand on the toes with the soles of the feet together. Back and hold the opposite elbow. Visualize yourself as a diamond as you gaze at the tip of the nose in Shambhavi Mudra and continue to perform Ujjayi Kumbhaka and Moolabandha.
प्रथम बना पानी होए वैसे दो एड़ी गुदानी वैसे.
Next asana is Kanjanasana. Now keep the toes on the ground with the ankle crossed behind and sit on the heels. Place the palms on the side of the mat as you visualize perfect health and gaze at the tip of the nose as you continue to perform Ujjayi Kumbhaka and Mulabandha.
खञ्जनासनमा भक्ष्ये यत्कृत्वा सुस्थिरो भवेत्.
The next asana is hands on the respective knees as you visualize yourself as a turtle.
गोल्भौ च वृषणस्याधो व्युत्क्रमेण समाहितौ ऋजुकाय शिरो ग्रीवं कूर्मासनमितीरितम्.
Next asana is Yogasana. Now with the toes flat, cross the feet and place the perineum on the back of the heel. Gaze at the nose in Shambhavi Mudra and visualize Swamiji in your inner space.
गुदं नियम्य गुल्फाभ्यां व्युत्क्रमेण समाहितः योगासनं भवेदेतत् इति योगविदो विदुः.
Hold the calf with the fingers inside and the thumbs out. Gaze at the third eye in Shambhavi Mudra and visualize oneness with your Guru.
गोड़ा बामू उबो होई गोड़ा आड़ा राखे दोई.
The next asana is Ushtrasana 2. Now from the same position, uncross the knees and slowly bend backwards, holding the respective ankle with the hand. Keep the arm straight and push the hip forward and tilt the head back as you visualize yourself as a camel.
मेरुदण्डग्रन्थिदाढ्य संविवादयिषु पुमान्.
Next asana is Jatyasana 2. Now and slowly lean backwards. Press the elbow on the ground to the mat and slowly place the back of the head on the mat. Gaze at the tip of your nose as you visualize yourself as a blooming lotus.
दो एड़ी संप्रकरे सोले मूलद्वारित रिधे.
The next asana is Viratasana. Now from the same position, now slowly place your back on the back of the mat and get up. Repeat this again and again as you visualize liberation for you. Gaze at the tip of the nose in Shambhavi Mudra.
जङ्घापृष्ठे भूमौ निधाय जङ्घोदरयोः ऊर्णि संस्थाप्य.
Next asana is Kapotasana. Now from Viratasana, raise the hip higher and bring the forearm on the mat as you hold the back.
पुमान्.
The next asana is Viratasana. Next asana is Varasana. Now stand upright on the knees with the toes tucked and hold the arms with the opposite hand. Gaze at the nose as you visualize getting a boon from Paramashiva.
जानुनी भूमौ संस्थाप्य हस्ताभ्यां बाहु परस्परं धृत्वा.
The next asana is Varahasana. Now keep the knees together and the toes tucked. Lean forward and bring the elbows to the mat and keep the hands holding the head. Rest the hands on the head by the heel. Visualize yourself as a boar, avatar of Lord Vishnu, and continue to perform Ujjayi Kumbhaka and Mulabandha.
सूर्यं चन्द्रं भेदनानि आसनानि निकथ्यते.
The next asana is Mundasana. Now this is also inverted asana, so we request all the participants to take the support of a wall if you need, and participants who have any ailments to first consult your doctor before performing this. Now kneel down and place your elbows on the mat, shoulder width apart, and interlace your fingers as you place your head on the mat, supporting it with your hands. Walk your knees forward and lift your hips up and then raise your legs upwards and straight. Visualize yourself as a lopped tree.
अधो मुण्डासनं वक्षे सर्वेषां प्राणिनां सुखम्.
The next asana is Andhasana. Now kneel down and place the head between your knees and your elbows adjacent to the knees as you hold your head. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space and the gaze at the tip of your nose.
प्रथम भगदली समटहरावे कोरमाहिली उभे मिलावे.
Viparita Shalabhasana. Now lie on your belly with the arms extended straight out and lift the thighs and arms off the ground. Use weights if you want to intensify this asana and visualize yourself as a locust.
शलभासनभेदाश्च नटभेरुण्डनामके गण्डभेरुण्डसहिते शीर्षदण्डासनं तथा.
The next asana is Kabalasana. Now lie on the belly with the arms in the side of you and the palms down. Keep your forehead on the ground and visualize yourself as a skull.
कपालं भूमौ निधाय ऊर्ध्वं पादौ नजेत् कपालासनं भवति.
Next asana is Akasha Kapotasana. Now lie on the stomach. Now lie on the stomach with the hands by the side and lift the legs over the head and slowly place them by the feet on the mat in front of the head. Keep the palms flat on the mat behind and visualize yourself as a dove.
उष्ट्रासने स्थित्वा चरणौ भूमेरुत्थाप्य मस्तकोपरि नीत्वा.
Next asana is Chatakasana. Now sit on the knees and bring the chest down to the navel. Bring the chest down to the knees and keep the hands flat on the mat by the ground. Visualize yourself as a sparrow and continue to perform Saja Kumbhaka and Mulabandha.
Purparavaryanto hastau dharamoshtabhyam.
Asana is Vrishtikasana too. Now kneel down and keep the hands and the elbows on the mat. Raise the legs and bend the back, touching the feet to the head. Visualize yourself as a scorpion and perform Saja Kumbhaka, which is breathing in, holding the breath comfortably and relax and exhaling. Asana is Vrishasana. Now place the perineum down on the right heel and keep the left foot outside of the hip with the ankle to the side. Place the hands on the mat and visualize yourself as a bull as you perform Antaranga Kumbhaka, which is forceful inhalation, holding your breath and exhaling slowly.
यामे गुल्फेपादमूले वामभागे पदेतरं विपरीतं स्पृशेत् भूमिं वृषासनमिदं भवेत्.
Next asana is Lolasana. Now from a kneeling position, place the hands flat on the mat in front of you. Lift the knees off the ground and cross the toes of the left foot over top the right. Balance above the mat and visualize Swamiji in your inner space.
लोलासनं सदा कुर्यात् वायुलोलापघातनात्.
The next asana is Vrishasana on the other side. Now place the perineum down on the left heel and keep the left foot outside of the hip. Let the ankle be to one side and place the hands on the mat resembling a bull. Visualize yourself as a bull as you continue to perform Antaranga Kumbhaka and Mulabandha.
यामे गुल्फेपादमूले वामभागे पदेतरं विपरीतं स्पृशेत् भूमिं वृषासनमिदं भवेत्.
Next asana is Balagunasana. Now place your left toe on the ground and sit on the heel of the left foot. Place your right foot flat on the ground with the knee raised towards the chest. Keep your palms on the respective knee and maintain an upright position as you visualize Balaguna, one of the Siddhas.
आसनको गुणजलविकारजायी.
The next asana is Grahasana. Now squat with the feet flat on the mat and bring the elbows under the thigh. Wrap the hand around the shin and hold onto the ankles from outside. Visualize yourself as a planet as you continue to perform Antaranga Kumbhaka.
पादतले भूमौ संस्थाप्य जानुमध्ये कूर्परौ स्थाप्य.
Next asana is Balagunasana on the other side. Now place your right toe on the ground and sit on the heel of the right foot. Place the left foot flat on the ground with the knee raised towards the chest. Keep the palms on the respective knee and visualize Balaguna, one of the Siddhas.
आसनको गुणजलविकारजायी.
The next asana perineum on the heel and hands on the respective knee. Keep the spine straight and visualize Swamiji in your inner space as you continue to perform Antaranga Kumbhaka.
युजास्पिजोस्तियेत ऊर्वजानो यत्रासने पादतलद्वयोपरि.
The next asana is Vajra Sangharasana 2. Now sit on the toe with the perineum on the heel and soles together. Keep the knees wide apart and off the ground. Hold the opposite elbow behind the back and visualize Swamiji in your inner space as you continue to perform Antaranga Kumbhaka.
प्रथम पणापाणि होय जैसे दो वो एड़ी गुदानी वैसे.
Next asana is Anilasana. Now squat with the feet apart and keep the hands under the respective sole from the inside. Let the palms be facing down and keep the arms straight with the elbows near the navel. Hold this position as you gaze at the nose in Shambhavi Mudra and visualize your ability to live just off of air. Continue to perform Antaranga Kumbhaka and Mulabandha.
दो हाथ भूमि पर टाने कोहनी जाड़ी ना भिलक आने.
The next asana is Padukasana. Now stand tall and slowly bend down and place your palms in front of your feet as you stand on your palms. Hold your feet and start walking back and forth in your mat, like visualizing you are wearing padukas and walking. Continue to perform Antaranga Kumbhaka and Molabandha.
हस्ततलयोः पादतले कृत्वा तिष्ठेत् गच्छेत् पादुकासनं भवति.
The next asana is Kukkudu. Back down. Do this again and again as you visualize yourself as a rooster and continue to perform Antaranga Kumbhaka and Molabandha.
हस्ततले भूमौ कृत्वा पादतले चोर्धमुड्डानं कृत्वा.
The next asana is Viparita Nrittasana. This is also an inverted asana. So we request all the participants and viewers to take any wall support, or if you have any ailment, to first ask your doctor's opinion and consultation. For the rest of the participants, now place your hands shoulder width apart and raise your legs upward into a handstand. Move around on two hands, dancing your legs. Visualize yourself free and continue to perform Sahaja Kumbhaka and Molabandha.
हस्ततलाभ्यां भूमिं वष्टभ्य ऊर्ध्वपादाग्रे कुर्वन्.
The next asana is Kunjarasana. Now stand tall and place one palm on the flat on the ground and place the other arm on the opposite side of the head. Be stable as you visualize Swamiji and continue to perform Sahaja Kumbhaka and Molabandha.
अथ वक्षे महादेव कुञ्जरासनमुत्तमम्.
The next asana is Kunjarasana on the other side. Now switch the position of your hands and continue to visualize Swamiji in your inner space as you continue to perform Sahaja Kumbhaka and Molabandha.
अथ वक्षे महादेव कुञ्जरासनमुत्तमम्.
Next asana is Kadambasana. Now sit on the ground with the feet flat and the heels close to the body. Hold the respective ankle and lift the feet off the ground. Visualize yourself as a Kadamba tree, a pious tree that promotes a long life. Continue to perform Sahaja Kumbhaka and Molabandha as you perform this Kadambasana.
पार्श्वेभ्यां भूमिं वष्टभ्य हस्तद्वयेन गुल्फौ धृत्वा.
Next asana is Pavana Muktasana. Now sit with your heels at the perineum and hold the knees with your hands and press them towards the chest. Visualize the excess vata being balanced within your system and continue to perform the Sahaja Kumbhaka and Molabandha as you perform Pavana Muktasana.
द्वयोस्तु पादयोः पाणिं लात्वा स्वस्वनितम्बके.
The next asana is Chakorasana. Now sit and lift one leg behind the head and place both the hands flat on the mat. Extend the opposite leg with the knee straight and lift the entire body off the ground. Keep the chin up as you visualize yourself as a powerful source of energy and continue to gaze at your third eye.
पूर्वतानं चतुष्पादपीठं वज्रासनं तथा.
Next asana is Dhanurasana. Now sit on the ground and hold the left toe with the left hand, index and middle fingers. Pull the foot towards the left ear and extend the right leg out, keeping the right leg straight. Hold the big toe with the right hand and visualize yourself as the bow of Paramashiva.
पादाङ्गुष्ठौ तु पाणिभ्यां गृहीत्वा श्रवणावधि.
The next asana is Ashtavakrasana. Now lift the leg over top the right shoulder and bring the right foot across and hook on top of the left foot. Lean forward and down while extending the left leg to the left hip and raise the head, chest and find balance as you visualize yourself as a flying crane.
वासिष्ठमथ कौण्डिन्यम् ऊर्ध्वकुक्कुटमेव च.
Next asana is Pranasana. Now place the right foot on the left thigh and bring the left foot flat on the ground. Have the left shoulder underneath the raised leg and place the hand flat on the ground. Visualize yourself able to exist off of prana alone.
एतत् प्रभेदं वक्ष्यामि करोति यः स चामरः.
Next asana is Parshvamatsendrasana. Now place the right foot at the root of the left thigh and then the left leg by the side of the right knee. Hold the left hand by the right hand and twist the body, remaining steady. Visualize the great sage Matsyendranatha.
स्वाभ्यां धृत्यते जास्तु पार्श्वमत्स्येन्द्रमुत्तमम्.
Next asana is Chakrasana on the other side. Now sit and lift one leg behind the head and place both the hands flat on the ground. Extend the opposite leg up and straight as you lift the entire body off the ground. Visualize yourself as a powerful source of energy.
पूर्वदानं चतुष्पादपीठं वज्रासनं तथा.
The next asana is Dhanurasana 2. Now sit on the ground and hold the right toe with the index and middle fingers. Pull the foot to the right ear and extend the left leg out, holding the left foot with the left hand. Visualize yourself as a bow as you continue to perform Saja Kumbhaka and Mulabandha.
पादाङ्गुष्ठौ तु पाणिभ्यां गृहीत्वा श्रवणावधि.
Next asana is Ashtavakrasana on the other side. Now lift the right leg over top the right shoulder and bring the left foot across and hook on top of the right foot. Lean forward and down while extending the leg out to the right. Lift the head and chest up as you visualize yourself as a flying crane.
वासिष्ठमथकौण्डिन्यमूर्धकुक्कुटमेव च.
Go away. The next asana is Pranasana on the other side. Now place the right foot on the left thigh and bring the left foot flat on the ground. Have the left shoulder underneath the raised left leg and place the hand flat on the ground. Visualize yourself as immortal and continue to perform Saja Kumbhaka and Mulabandha.
एतत् प्रभेदं वक्ष्यामि करोति यः स चामरः.
The next asana is Parshamasthendrasana on the other side. Place the right foot at the root of the left thigh and then the left leg by the side of the right knee. Hold the left leg by the right hand and twist the body, being steady. Visualize yourself as great sage Yogi Matsyendranatha.
अश्वाभ्यां धृत्यते यास्तु पार्श्वमत्स्येन्द्रमुत्तमम्.
The next asana is Ardha Paschimottanasana. Now keep one leg straight and press the leg to the perineum with the other heel. Lean the chest forward and down, holding your front foot with both the hands, bringing the head towards the knee. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space.
एकं पादं प्रसार्य एकं पादस्य पार्श्वनासीवनी सम्पीड्य.
Next asana is Kraunchasana. Now place your left ankle outside of the hip and hold the sole of the right foot and lift the leg upwards towards the sky. Keep the knee straight and gaze at the nose as you visualize yourself as a crane.
उत्तानपादं क्रौञ्चं च मरीचिं वीरभद्रकम्.
The next asana is Ardha Paschimottanasana on the other side. Now keep one leg straight and press the perineum with the other heel. Lean the chest forward and down, holding your toe and feet, bringing your head towards the knee. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space as you continue to perform Jivachala Kumbhaka and Mulabandha.
एकं पादं प्रसार्य एकं पादस्य पार्श्वनासीवनी सम्पीड्य.
Next asana is Kraunchasana on the other side. Now place your right ankle outside of the hip and hold the sole with the left foot and place the left leg up towards the sky. Keep the knee straight and gaze to the tip of the nose as you visualize yourself as a crane.
उत्तानपादं क्रौञ्चं च मरीचिं वीरभद्रकम्.
Next asana is Swastikasana. Now sit with your soles between the thighs and calves and keep your spine straight as you keep your palms on the respective knee. Visualize yourself as the source of peace and good fortune as you gaze at the tip of your nose in Shambhavi Mudra and continue to perform Jivachala Kumbhaka and Mulabandha.
जानुर्वोरन्त्रे सम्यक् कृत्वा पादतले उभे.
The next asana is Gorakshasana. Now keep the feet in the same position and cover the respective heel with the hand. Tuck the chin to the chest in Jalandhara Bandha and visualize the great sage Goraknatha in your inner space as you gaze at the tip of your nose.
जानुर्वोरन्त्रे पादौ उत्तानो व्यक्तसंस्थितो.
Next asana is Bhagasana 2. Now continuing to stay in the same position, we'll be performing the Shanmukhi mantra, which is we'll be locking our mouth with the little and ring finger, closing the nose with the middle finger, closing the eyes with the index finger and the ears with the thumb fingers. Gaze at your third eye as you visualize Swamiji in your inner space.
वामपार्श्वौदं संस्थाप्य दक्षाङ्घ्रि वामजगने.
Next asana is Yogasana 2. Now place one foot on top of the opposite knee and the hands on the ground beside you. Place the palms facing up and keep the spine straight as you gaze at the tip of the nose in Shambhavi Mudra. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space and start performing the new Kumbhaka for the rest of the asanas, which is Kaka Chanchu Kumbhaka, which is inhaling with your tongue being folded like a straw and exhaling through your nose.
उत्तानो चरणौ कृत्वा संस्थाप्योपरि जानुनोः.
Next asana is Urdhva Kukutasana. Now sit in Padmasana and place your palms flat on the mat beside your body. Press the hands onto the mat and lift the knees and body off the ground. Balance above the ground and visualize yourself as a rooster as you continue to perform Kaka Chanchu Kumbhaka and Mulabandha.
वासिष्ठमतकौण्डिन्यमूर्धकुक्कुटमेव च.
The next asana is Siddha Haratari Asana. Now place the hands through the gap of the thighs and calves and stay in that same position without lifting your body. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space as you gaze at the tip of your nose.
प्रथम पद्मासन को करे हस्तदो गोडासन दिदरे.
The next asana is Hamsasana. Now from Padmasana, place the hands on the mat through the gap of a calf and thigh and lift the thighs and the whole body off the mat. Visualize yourself as a swan as you gaze at the tip of your nose. Next asana is Karmukasana. Now from Padmasana, place the hands between the thighs and calves and while sitting, reach the hands behind the body, interlacing the fingers in Parshamudra. Visualize yourself as Lord Shiva's bow.
प्रथम पद्मासन को करे गोडासन दिमाही कर इधरे.
Next asana is Kurmasana 2. Now from Padmasana, insert both the hands through the thighs and calves and bend the elbow holding the respective shoulder. Visualize yourself as a tortoise as you continue to perform Kaka Chanchu Kumbhaka and Mulabandha.
पाई जंग प्रदर्शन बाबा दाई जंग परिपाई लियावा.
The next asana is Granthi Bhedasana. Now in that same position, tuck your chin to the chest in Jalandhara Bandha and visualize yourself being in Shiva's secret knot posture as you gaze at the tip of your nose.
अथ वक्षे नीलकण्ठ ग्रन्थि भेदासनं शुभम्.
Next asana is Uttana Kurmasana. Now slowly roll onto the back and lie down on your back. Continue to hold the respective shoulder with the hand. Visualize yourself as a tortoise as you gaze at the tip of your nose.
कुक्कुटासन बन्धस्थं कराभ्यां धृतकन्धरम्.
The next asana is Pangu Kukkutasana. Now from Padmasana, place both the hands to the cap of your thighs and calves. Place one hand flat on the mat and with the other hand hold the wrist of the hand. Lift the body up on one hand and visualize yourself as a rooster as you continue to perform Kaka Chanchu Kumbhaka and Mulabandha.
कुक्कुटासन स्थित्वा एकेन हस्तेन अन्यस्य मणिबन्धं धृत्वा.
Next asana is Panga Kukkutasana on the other side. Now switch the hand and visualize yourself as a rooster in Panga Kukkutasana.
कुक्कुटासन स्थित्वा एकेन हस्तेन अन्यस्य मणिबन्धं धृत्वा.
Next asana is Gridhrasana. Now remove your hand and place your elbows on top of the soles. Interlace your fingers and rest your chin on the interlaced fingers. Visualize you've gone beyond all greed.
जानोर्वरन्तरे पादौ उत्तानो व्यक्तसंस्थितौ.
Next asana is Padmasana 3. Now stack both your palms and place them in front of your navel center as you visualize Swamiji in your third eye.
उत्तानो चरणौ विधाय विधिवत् शक्ति स्थितौ योगिरात्.
Next asana is Padmasana 4. Now place your palms on the respective knees and visualize Paramashivam in your inner space.
एतत् पद्मासनं कुर्यात् प्राणवायु प्रसिद्धये.
Next asana is Karmukasana 2. Now hold the opposite toe and start rotating the toe with your index and middle finger as you rest your other hand on the respective knee. Do this on the other side as you visualize yourself as Paramashiva's bow.
अथान्यासनमावक्ष्ये योगपूरकरक्षणात्.
Next asana is Karmukasana 3. Now cross your hands behind your back and hold on to the respective toe from behind your back. Visualize yourself as Paramashiva's bow.
कर्मुकासनमाक्षित्य उदरे पूरयेत् सुखम्.
Next asana is Dridasana. Now continue to stay in the same position and gaze at the third eye.
उभ्यामुपरि स्थाप्य पादयुग्मं प्रयत्नतः.
Next asana is Nagarasana. Now try lying down by continuously holding your toes. If you can't, just let your hands be crossed behind your back. Visualize yourself as a snake.
प्रथम पद्मासन को ठाने दो हाथ पाछाने आने.
The next asana is Kandukasana. Now slowly release your legs and bring your thighs and calves to your chest as you wrap your legs with your hands. Squeeze your body and visualize yourself as a ball.
चित्रासने स्थित्वा हस्तपादान् निष्कुष्य.
Blobby, fat blobby. Next asana is Urdhva Pavanasana. Now lay on the back with your knees raised together. Keep the feet flat on the ground and interlock under your head to the nose as you visualize Swamiji in your inner space.
प्रथमे शुद्ध सैन्य करावे घोड़ा उभा राशि मिलावे.
The next asana is Markata Pitasana. Now lie on the back and bend your knees and keep the feet flat on the mat as you lift your hips up and high. Perform Murcha Kumbhaka, which is inhaling in Jalandhara Bandha, and visualize yourself as a powerful ape.
उत्तानशयनं पादतले उत्तानहस्तयोः स्थापयेत्.
Next asana is Uttana Shikipitakasana. Continue to perform Murcha Kumbhaka as you support your hip with your hands and stretch your legs back. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space.
जङ्घोरुबलहीनश्चेत् उत्तानशिखिपीठकम्.
Next asana is Narakasana. Now lift your legs off the ground and keep your hips stacked on your shoulders as you place your hands by your hips for support if you need, or else keep them straight behind your back as you visualize yourself traveling through hell.
ग्रीवाकण्ठेन भूमिं विष्टम्भ.
The next asana is Tiryannaukasana. Now place your hands on the hips and slowly angle your legs forward as you visualize yourself as a boat.
नौकावत् स्थित्वा ऊर्ध्वं पादाग्रद्वयं नजेत्.
The next asana is Dvajasana. Now again place your hands flat on the mat and continue to hold your legs straight up. Visualize yourself as a flag.
तिर्यन्नौकावत् ग्रीवापृष्ठकोर्परैः भूमिं वष्टभ्य.
The next asana is Mritasana, which is the last asana. Now lie down on your back, completely relaxed from all movements. Unclench completely from your body as you visualize intensely Swamiji in your inner space. Perform Shakti Chalana Mudra, which is seeing your Kundalini move from your root center to your crown center. Unclench completely from your body, from every muscle, from your toes, your fingers, your hands, your legs, your stomach, your shoulders, your back, your neck, and the tiny movements of your blinking. Slowly unclench from each and every sense. Just intensely feel Swamiji in your inner space.
उत्तानं शववद्भूमौ शयनं तु शवासनं. शवासनं श्रमहरं चित्तविश्रान्तिकारकम्.
Now slowly start moving the tips of your toes and the fingers, your hands and legs, and slowly come to a rocking position with your knees to your chest and your arms wrapped around your knees. Move from left to right as you slowly come to a comfortable seated position. Let's now congratulate ourselves as we have completely finished the 308 asana sequence of the Dvitiya Vinyasa Krama. Now that we have awakened our Kundalini, it is the best thing that we can do is to lock this energy into our nervous system so that we are able to manifest the blessings that Swamiji gives us during the darshan. Now, after this yoga, we'll be having 21 minutes of intense power manifestation. So we request all the participants to be aware for the next sessions. So now we'll be finishing with the Purna Mantra and then we'll have the power manifestation. Acharya come and conduct the session. So we request all the participants to be seated for that. Now let us all sit straight with our head, neck and spine in a straight line. Bring your hands to the Atmanjali Mudra in front of your heart center as you close your eyes and take a deep breath as we chant the Purna Mantra.
Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tatsat Sarvam Bhagavat Shri Nithyananda Paramashiva Padukarpanamastu Om Nithyanandam.
I bless you all. Let you all open all your three eyes and manifest the powers of Mahasadarshiva. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.